That's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
The crowd up. And so are this defense, and Kansas City won't snap the ball again. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
David Montgomery on the Lions, former Bear, gonna make this his revenge game for sure. David Montgomery gets the touchdown that ices the game. No! And there's a flag. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. Snap. Hold. Kick.
Denver wins! Denver wins! Let's go!
They open. No!
What happened? Oh shit.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the only football podcast. I'm sitting here waiting for this weather delay to end, and it occurred to me, holy crap, it's my job to give you entertainment. So I don't get to have a weather delay. I get to be a part of the group that keeps you entertained while we wait for the game to kick off. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this game, talk about some of what I believe Dallas needs to do in order to win. Dallas has hardly allowed any production to tight ends. They've faced an extremely soft tight end schedule. Cleveland, New Orleans, Baltimore, the Giants. Njoku's really the only solid tight end the Cowboys have gone up against, and he ended up leading Cleveland with 4 catches and 44 yards before he had to leave early in the second half with an injury. So if you are on FanDuel or DraftKings or whatever you're using, Pat Freiermuth is right now his over-under at receptions is at 3.5. Smash the over on that. I think Pat Freiermuth is going to get at least 4 receptions today. The other things I like, so the spread is at 2.5 for the Cowboys. Cowboys are an underdog going into Pittsburgh. Now, I don't know about you guys. I understand that the Steelers aren't, in my opinion, they're not a great team, even though they have a decent record, right? They've lost 1 game. But they were able to beat the Chargers to go to 3-0, and then everyone was like, this team's for real, but the Chargers were beat up and didn't have any of their players. They played Bo Nix and the Broncos in Bo Nix's first home game. I just, overall, I'm not really impressed with the Steelers team, although that they have done enough at times to secure a win, and a win is a win. And you can only play to the strength of your schedule. So I'm not knocking the Steelers, but I'm just saying, are we sure that the Steelers are a favorite to beat the Cowboys? Because if you guys have been watching, of course, I've been saying that the Cowboys aren't the same Cowboys. They're not a 12-win team like they have been in the last 3 years. They're just not. But even so, are we sure that the Cowboys are rightfully underdogs in this game against the Steelers? Now, it is pouring rain right now. The over-under is at 43.5 points. So a 20-23 game is how the computer sees this game going, with the Steelers winning, apparently. So the Steelers are 2.5 point favorites. When I saw this line, I said, I like the over and I like the Cowboys to cover plus 2.5, but it's pouring rain. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this game. Do you think that the rain is going to make this game a low scoring, old school Steelers-Cowboys game? They were saying all week that this was going to be the game that got the highest ratings ever, for this entire season because of the history between the Cowboys and the Steelers. We got Lil E in the chat. What's up, Lil E? Nick said, we are Bo-Leavers. We are winning the Super Bowl. We got JST in the chat. We got Danielle Berry Sports Highlights. And we got Embrace the Struggle in the chat. What is up, guys? Happy to have you in here. But yeah, this is a tricky spot to evaluate, both of these teams due to the nature of Dallas's defense. They're slightly below average against the pass. And they're taking on a team that doesn't throw especially well. So where the Cowboys are below average, the Steelers don't excel. The Cowboys are the NFL's worst team at stopping the run by DVOA through 4 weeks of the season. So expect Najee Harris to have a pretty big game. Jalen Warren. Pittsburgh is favored by 3 here. Like I said, I'm just not sure that I'm with it. Justin Fields, his over/under for passing yards is at 186.5. Look, Justin Fields is doing. I'll say good. I'm not going to say well. I'm not going to say excellent. He's not having a Sam Darnold type of turnaround, but he's taking advantage of this Steelers defense, and he's not doing anything to throw the games away. He's been playing pretty good football as far as just protecting the ball, making enough plays to get the win. The Cowboys head into Pittsburgh a little banged up, despite having played on Thursday night in week 4. So Dallas does have extra rest coming into this game. I look at Justin Fields. He's the 7th highest PFF passing grade, 78.1. Through 4 games, powered by his 4 big-time throws, and he only has 1 turnover-worthy play. And he has an 82.0 adjusted completion percentage, the 2nd best clip in the NFL. But all stats tell a story, and I think the major story is that they're not asking Justin Fields to throw 40 times a game. So the numbers are really good, but they're not asking him to do all that much. And this is going to be a really big game. Like I said, 2 of the NFL's most storied franchises coming together. The Cowboys really need a win. Dallas has had a pretty tough go in September. They came away with a 1-3 record against the spread in their first 4 games, following 3 straight failed covers. Despite the ugly against the spread record, they've missed their missed field goal this past weekend away from having a 2-0 record against the spread on the road. So I say this all the time for people that watch. Mike Tomlin as an underdog on the road, one of the best coaches to bet on. As a favorite at home, not so much. You almost wish that the Steelers were in Dallas and they were a 3-point underdog. Then I would be leaning Steelers. And it's weird, but I mean, it's true. For whatever reason, it's true. The Steelers are better as an underdog. The Cowboys' 1 cover of the year did come in a similar circumstance as this week. They were a 3-point or less road underdog against an AFC North opponent. However, a range of factors differentiates this matchup from that one. Mainly the absence of Micah Parsons, who is going to miss this game. On the other sideline, the Steelers, who ripped off 3 straight covers to start the year before dropping week 4, their game to the Colts, which, by the way, this is where this kind of stems from, because I told everybody that take the Colts in that game because the Steelers were a road favorite. Not a good spot for Mike Tomlin. A close loss hasn't really wavered Mike Tomlin's staff when it comes to going with Justin Fields or maybe going with Russell Wilson. People were wondering, okay, well, is Russell Wilson going to take over? Despite Russell Wilson ramping up in his practice workload and being more healthy, nothing's really changed. And I'm not really sure if anything is going to change. And I don't know if the Dolphins maybe are going to get Russell Wilson or what the deal is going to be with Russell Wilson. But much of the media coverage around this team is understandably focused on the quarterback position because how weird it is. Their defensive success cannot be overstated for the Steelers, though. They hold the league's highest overall defensive grade, 79, through week 4, due largely to their pass rush, led by, of course, TJ Watt, who has a 90.7 pass rush grade, and also Cameron Hayward, who has a 79 pass rush grade. So they are in the bottom third of the league in total pressures with 57, but the Steelers hold the NFL's second highest pass rush win rate at 61.6. So that's indicating that they're poised to erupt pressure. And as far as production, they do get after the quarterback. It's just a matter for it to start clicking. So it's due to erupt at any moment now. And maybe this is the game that finally they're able to start turning those pass rush win rates into pressures. They're winning. They're just not getting the pressures. Largely, that is normally due to quarterbacks getting rid of the ball really quick. So if Dak Prescott holds onto the ball a little longer than some of these other quarterbacks did, because that's one way to stop yourself from getting sacked. Get rid of the ball really quick. I remember Tom Brady's last season with the Bucs. He was getting rid of the football faster than any quarterback in the league because he didn't want to get sacked. Peyton Manning was doing the same thing at the end of his career. So the Cowboys are more solidified in pass protection in the interior. Tyler Guyton has struggled at times, but he's solid. Terrence Steele on the other side for the edge, both have struggled at times. They've allowed a combined 22 pressures, including 6 sacks. That could be a huge problem tonight when you have somebody like TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward coming against you. So I think right away that's a key matchup. How does Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele match up against TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward? I think that because we know TJ Watt's a game wrecker, they're going to need to just play better than they have been. But Tyler Guyton's a rookie, so it is possible that he's going to improve every single week. We need this, if you're a Cowboys fan, to be a big jump for him. Justin Fields, I'll say go over the 186.5 passing yards. I would go over. Fields, in my opinion, has earned the respect of this franchise through September. He's in his 4th year. We talked about the numbers, the only one turnover worthy play, all that stuff. I think Justin Fields has earned the trust of the team, and maybe he comes out today and they let him throw a little more than usual. But if it's raining a lot, I'm not sure how much passing is going to be involved in this game. It could be an old school 9-12 running football, fumbling. I'm not sure. I haven't even seen the field yet. I saw one video clip and it was pouring down rain. So I don't know what kind of game this is going to be. I mean, maybe the rain stops and it's gone. You know how Florida rains? It pours down really, really hard and then it's over and the sun's back out. I don't know what the conditions are going to be in this game. I really don't. But for the Cowboys, I just have a hard time. I have a hard time believing that they're going to lose this game. I do. What are you guys thinking? I mean, let me know in the comments. No DeMarcus Lawrence, no Micah Parsons. But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to overthink this. On one side of the ball, you have Dak Prescott. And I know at times Dak Prescott is unbearable. But last year, he was an MVP candidate. Last year, he was playing really great football. Here we go. He was doing really, really good. As much as all of that is very forgettable because of his choke in the playoffs against Green Bay, let's be real. Like, his regular season was outstanding. So, to me, through 4 weeks of football, lines can get super inflated. And right now, I think the Steelers are a little bit inflated. Let's just peel the layers back and look at this, without overthinking it. It's Dak Prescott and Justin Fields. Like, who do you trust more to win this game? George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb? Who do you trust more? Pat Freiermuth or what's their tight end's name again? Not Schultz. He's with Cowboys tight end. But yeah, just go quarterback. And then of course you got Mike Tomlin and Mike McCarthy. Who do you trust more? That one's a little more tough. But I think if you have to pick a team, man, for me, I think it's got to be the Cowboys. I think it's got to be the Cowboys in this game. Jake Ferguson. I think Jake Ferguson and Freiermuth are very similar. And Nick said, I'm surprised that the Cowboys aren't favored in this game. I am too. So it'll be interesting for sure. Edub. He said it could. Weather always plays a significant factor. Weather does always play a pretty big factor. It just really depends on if it's going to stop raining or not, as we are still in this weather delay. But yeah, let me see Let me give you some of the predictions on X, and we'll see if you guys agree with them or if you don't. Okay, so CBS Sports, they have done their own predictions based on an NFL model. Uh, they ran through a simulator 10,000 times, and this is what they got. Cowboys. Okay, now the model has simulated Cowboys versus Steelers 10,000 times and just revealed its coveted NFL picks and week 5 betting predictions. Here are several NFL odds that you're betting on. Why the Cowboys can cover the 2.5-point spread. Dallas features one of the NFL's most explosive passing attacks. The Cowboys are averaging 255 passing yards per game, which ranks 5th in the NFL. Dak Prescott is coming off an impressive performance against the Giants, completing 81.5% of his passes, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. For the season, Prescott has already thrown over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 picks. CeeDee Lamb's coming off his best performance of the season in last week's victory. The former Oklahoma standout hauled in 7 for 98 yards and a touchdown. He's now finished with at least 90 receiving yards and a touchdown in 2 of his last 3 games. So if you're following the Cowboys, they're on a trajectory up. And here we go. I'm looking at, let's see, is that rain? Is that rain coming down? Here we go. Is this I'm trying to see if this is active rain. I think the game is about to start pretty soon. Um so I mean that's why the Cowboys can cover is because they're trending in the right direction. Now, the weather, of course, was not a factor when that was written, and now it's fair to ask how easy is it going to be to pass it. Now, why the Steelers can cover. Justin Fields has been starting since week 1, and he's played fairly well. He brings a dynamic. He brings a different dynamic with his legs, and he's doing a great job taking care of the football. See, here's the thing: Justin Fields, I feel like he knows might be my last chance to start in the NFL. I mean, the NFL is like, look at Bryce Young, dude. He's gone. And he's not going to play ever again for the Panthers. So the NFL is like, dude, if you're not good right away, we're going to draft a new quarterback. So I feel like Justin Fields knew, okay, this defense is elite. If I just take care of the football and don't make any stupid decisions and just, make 1 or 2 big plays in the game, we're going to win football games. And if we win, I'm going to keep my job. All I have to do is not cup. All I have to do is not up, and I will potentially get to keep being a starting quarterback in this league. And it looks like that's his mindset because he is doing a great job taking care of the football. 830 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 145 rushing yards, 3 more scores rushing. He's doing a really good job right now. It seems like his mind's in the right spot. So I guess that's why the Steelers could cover is because Justin Fields could play a very sound game and take care of the football and do all the right things. But I'm still feeling Dallas, to be honest. And normally I can kind of talk myself into a different pick, but right now I'm going Dallas. So let's talk about the model, which was simulates every NFL game 10,000 times. And let's see, are they going to make me? They're going to make me join and pay money for this model. I might do it. But I can't do it right now because I'm live. But next week I might do it. This is interesting, and I'm always looking for an edge. When it comes to betting. All right, back at the Steelers game. We're looking at the field right now. A lot of lightning, raining super hard. Dude, when is this game gonna start? Just put him out there. I guarantee you, the football game itself is way more dangerous than the rain. All right, so we are still in a weather delay. Let's see. Weather delay, Sunday Night Football. It's a 30-minute weather delay at the moment, okay? 8:23 or Eastern Time, so 7:23. So it's 5:53 right now. So I'm not sure what the rule is. Um, do is it a 30-minute delay after every lightning strike? At the moment, it's been reported the game is under a 30-minute weather delay. That means kickoff should be around 8:50, which is 7:50 my time, which is 8 minutes ago. Um, so it looks like the last update we got was saying that kickoff should have happened already. So I'm fearful that we are in our second weather delay for this game, which maybe means that it'll be another 30 minutes, which would put the game at, if you're on Eastern time, kicking off around 9:20. Um, but that's just me speculating. I really don't have any more information. Um, let's see. 5 minutes ago, here is from USA Today. Russell Wilson may not be active for tonight's game. Um, fans will have to wait a bit longer for Sunday Night Football to begin because of a storm nearby. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. The chance for rain peaks at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is right now. According to the forecast, there'll be heavy thunderstorms in the area. Fans were instructed to take cover in the concourse of FedEx Great Hall, a trophy room, and a plaque location in the stadium. The NFL has yet to announce the start time for the game, as it is delayed due to rain. USA Today Sports' Jarrett Bell giving us the updates. The delays in the stadium could be up to an hour. So this delay could be up to an hour, which would, I guess, start the game, like I said, in about 20 minutes. But yeah, we'll have to keep you updated. The Cardinals defeated the 49ers today, so I got some of my upsets right. Cardinals over 49ers, I got right. Um, the Giants over the Seahawks, I got right. Bengals over the Ravens, I got wrong. But really, man, the Bengals should have won that game, but they have to figure out how to close. They should have beat the Chiefs and the Ravens, and they just choked the game away at the end. Um, so yeah, I bet on them, and they made me they made me pay for it. Um, Joe Burrow said after the game, he said, "We're not a championship team right now." Everybody keeps saying like, "Oh, we'll be fine, we'll get it together," but we're not a championship team right now. So it's kind of brutal for him to talk like that, just because the Ravens, are considered the best team by a lot of people in the NFL, and they had a 10-point lead for a lot of the game, and he threw 5 touchdown passes, and it's not like they got blown out. Playing a game like that against the Ravens might signal to other people that they are definitely a contender. But Joe Burrow's not taking it like that. That's not his mindset about this game. His mindset is that we're just simply not good enough right now. And I don't know if you're a Bengals fan, how you're feeling right now about this team, but they have a lot of room for improvement. One second, I gotta fix my light. It's better. But yeah, I think I still feel like the Bengals are going to be all right. I really do. I feel like the Bengals are going to be all right. Nick says, Kyle, we got Steve Klein in the chat. Who's drunk right now, Kyle or Bill? Well, Kyle hasn't had anything to drink today. So maybe Bill. Kyle fades into another plane of existence. Cincinnati bum goals. Damn, that's brutal. And we got some pictures here of the stadium. Damn, the lightning is still coming down. Wonder if this game's gonna be able to get played or not. How long can a weather delay exist legally before it gets canceled? Hmm. And embrace the struggle. Cincinnati singles. Yeah, but picking the Giants upset, pretty nasty. And then that blocked field goal, man. They were about to go to overtime, and I was like, man, it looks like they're gonna get the win, and just that whole place shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are in this weather delay, we are going to make the most of it, and we are going to bring you guys some really great content, keep you entertained until we get kicked off in a historical game between the Steelers and whoever the fuck they're playing, the Cowgirls. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, it is time to bring in a man that once had no hope and said that he would not wear any Bears gear until his team made him proud. A man that has gone years without a franchise quarterback and now believes he's got one. A man that, as of just a couple hours ago, saw his team go above 500 for the first time in his adult life. A man with the last name Ball, first name Huge. We are bringing in Chicago's biggest fan, the epitome of Chicago sports, Rick.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Let's go. Bears, 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 Bears.
God, you were in here for 5 seconds. I'm kidding. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what's going on? A weather delay, huh? I hate to see it, but I was wondering. I was like, why aren't I getting any updates on any scores? Then I realized it was a weather delay. It's pouring rain in Pittsburgh. So
you're like, I knew it was going to be a low-scoring game, but nothing?
I was like, Jesus Christ, somebody get in the red zone. Somebody do something. My God. Oh,
yeah, I was looking at this game, and you picked the Steelers to win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were going with the Steelers because they're playing really well.
No,
you went to the Cowboys.
Yeah, we both went Cowboys on this one.
Okay, we both went Cowboys on this one, which is really interesting because the Cowboys are actually 2.5-point underdogs, with the Steelers being the favorite.
Oh, wow.
It's really interesting, in my opinion. The Steelers have 3 straight covers to start the year, but week 4 they were a road favorite, and I said don't bet them as a road favorite. And the Colts ended up winning that game. And now here we are, week 5, and they're a home favorite. There's been a little bit of time. We make our predictions on Wednesday. I was saying earlier, a lot can change between Wednesday and Sunday. Where are you at with this game right now? And I got to imagine that the weather being a factor is only benefiting the Steelers right now.
Yeah, I think so too. When you think of the quarterbacks, I mean, Dak Prescott versus Justin Fields, who's the more mobile quarterback? It's clearly Justin Fields. And then when you go running backs too, I would rather have Najee Harris and what's his name?
Jaylen Warren.
Jaylen Warren over Ezekiel Elliott and Dowdy, right? I think this is clearly like if the weather continues to be this way, or if it even begins to like lessen up, and it's still somewhat of a factor when we finally kick off. You got to give it to the Steelers here. They play really good defense. their quarterback and their running game is far superior over Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. So I think that's going to play a huge factor. I agree. Like, this is definitely favoring the Steelers in the sense that this is going to help them, and especially at home because they have the upper hand, in my opinion, in both of those categories. Quarterback, because Justin Fields is more mobile, and the running backs for sure. So if I could change my pick, which I'm not going to, I'm going to stick to the Wednesday predictions. I would pick it to the Steelers, but that's only if this continues to be something. Like, the field is obviously going to be wet. It's going to be slippery. If it's like lightly raining, lightly this, whatever, then yeah, I'm going to go Steelers. But if it just kind of passes by and it's no more rain, no more wetness other than the field, I mean, I'm still going to stick with the Cowboys for sure.
Yeah, Dallas enters the game with a record of 2-2 on the season, coming off a big division win last week over the Giants on Thursday night. That game was I felt like the Cowboys offense really got going. CeeDee Lamb had a big game. Dak Prescott was playing a very clean football game. And a lot of people were like, yeah, but it's the Giants. But I mean, people's opinion on the Giants now, they go into Seattle like I predicted and got the win. And that was a big win for the Giants. And now people are like, well, maybe the Giants wasn't an easy win. And if you watch the game, it didn't look like it was an easy win. Like, Dallas had to play a really good game, and they still almost came up short. And there was a really bad penalty, that face mask that was on the wrong team on the opening drive. There was a couple of things that if they would have gone the other way, maybe the Giants get that win. So all I'm saying right now is that win against the Giants looks a little more impressive today than maybe it looked on Thursday night. So they have a 2-2 record. They're coming off of a good division win. And then Pittsburgh enters with a record of 3-1, coming off of a loss. I think if you're just following the trajectory of these two teams, Dallas' stock's going up, the Steelers is going down. But for the Steelers, like, a win today, and all of a sudden it's like we're back on the right track, and they'll be 4-1. But to me, this doesn't feel like a 4-1 team. And I know I watch a lot of Colin Cowherd and a lot of predictions, and people are always in the comments like, oh, another week of Colin Cowherd not talking about the Steelers. All Steeler fans are mad that they're not getting the national respect that teams like the Commanders are getting, or the Packers or the Lions, or, all these San Francisco teams. But Vikings, let's be real, like, their wins are ugly. They're winning ugly games. Like, they're not like, you don't, when you think of a top five, there's a reason we both haven't had the Steelers in our top five yet.
Yeah.
So I just don't know. Like, are we just going to keep betting on the Steelers to win like these ugly games? Like, is that what we're doing? And how they're a favorite in this game, to me, is amazing. But I feel like Dallas is trending in the right direction. Wouldn't you say so?
Maybe Brandon Cooks is out. That leaves another weapon, and I say weapon lightly in this case for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. That just leaves them without another weapon. CeeDee Lamb is their number one. Their running game is just not great. Like, you're lucky if Dowdle, whatever the fuck his name is, can break for, over 100 yards, and even combined with Ezekiel Elliott, because Ezekiel Elliott at this point, I think we can all agree, is really just that power back, get it to him inside the 5-yard line, and he'll probably get you a touchdown if you hand the ball off 3 times, right? Especially with that improved Dallas offensive line. Are they trending in the right direction? Hopefully. Their defense without Micah Parsons can be a huge factor. The injuries, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they might be plateauing, man, because their offense has looked good, especially like kind of early in the season with oh my God, remind me of the OC.
For the Cowboys?
For the Cowboys, yeah.
Mike McCarthy.
Yes, but also who's calling the plays though? What's his name?
Mike McCarthy.
Am I thinking of somebody else? Cowboys.
I think you're
OC.
thinking of the OC that was with the Chargers last year, and now he's with the Eagles, Kellen Moore.
Yeah. So there we go. Thank you. Sorry, I completely just fucked that up. Yeah, so it's Mike McCarthy, and even last year we saw how well they were doing offensively with Mike McCarthy calling the plays. I mean, you had a ridiculous amount of throws and catches and plays being called for CeeDee Lamb, and he did extremely well. Like, he had one of the best seasons a wide receiver has had for the Cowboys since what, Michael Irvin? You know, and we got Bill. We got Bill in the chat. Howdy from Red Car. Bill, welcome, welcome. Thank you to everybody who's here. Actually, I know we got over 200 people on X right now watching us, which is a fucking amazing. Would love if you guys hit that heart button, that like button on X. Would appreciate that, and as well on YouTube and Twitch. We would appreciate that very much. But you hope they could get out of this funk, you know, the Dallas Cowboys offensively, even with the injuries. And then on the defense, it, like you said it last week or during our recap episode on Wednesday, they are feeling the absence of Dan Quinn. Like 100% they are feeling this loss of a coordinator, because the defense does not look anywhere near to what it used to look like last season, even years prior. I'm sure if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you're hoping it's on the up and up, but with all this stuff kind of going on, not a very great season going on either for the Cowboys. 2-2, not something that you're very happy with. You'd hope it's on the way up, but I don't know, man. It might be difficult rest of the season for the Cowboys. I picked them to be the division winners, and the Commanders are currently in the lead. They're in the NFC East, so I'm wrong again probably, but there's still a lot of season to play out. But I'm sure if you're a Cowboys fan, you're like, no. We've got the guys. We've still got the same head coach. We've got some consistency. I think we can do this.
Well, yeah, and the Cowboys never addressed the running back problem. Like you said, you got Dowdle, you got Ezekiel Elliott, who we know is washed. You got Delvin Cook, but I'm not sure why Delvin Cook hasn't even been on the field. As far as I know, the guy hasn't taken a snap. So I don't know what's going on with that. And that is why the Cowboys are the 32nd ranked team in rushing yards per game. They're averaging 75 rushing yards per game. Wow. And that's a really interesting stat line, because normally when you're really bad at something, you're like, okay, well, this is a point for the Steelers. But then you go to the Steelers, and the Steelers, they hold their opponents to the 5th fewest rushing attempts per game. So teams don't run against the Steelers anyway. At least they don't attempt to run during the Steelers. And it's like, well, why not? Well, because Pittsburgh is the 3rd best rushing defense in the league, only giving up 86.8 yards. So it's like, okay, the Cowboys aren't good at running the ball, and the Steelers are great at stopping the ball. So why not just fuck the running game altogether tonight and just be like, hey, we're not good at running the ball. Tonight's not going to be any different. But we're going to do what we're good at. We're going to lean into our passing offense. When it comes to pass attempts per game, Dallas is 2nd in the league. We're going to throw it 38 times. Tonight might be difficult with the rain, though. But we're going to throw the ball a bunch. And then when it comes to the passing defense for the Steelers are still a top 10 team, right? They're giving up the 9th most passing yards per game, or the 9th least amount of passing yards per game, only giving up 175 passing yards. So it's like the Steelers are all around really good, but it's going to be the passing attack for the Cowboys. That's going to be all they really have to lean on. And when you look at passing yards per game, Dallas is 5th with 255. So Dallas is throwing for 255 passing yards per game, and the Steelers are only giving up 175. That's my key here. If I had one matchup because like I said, the running game doesn't really matter. Their strength is a weakness anyway. But 2 strengths, who's going to come out on top? Is the Steelers passing defense going to be able to hold them to their average 175, or are the Dallas Cowboys going to be able to do the usual 250 passing yards tonight, even against the Steelers, even in the rain, even on the road? To me, that's a key, because if they're not able to pass the football, Rick, like then they're kind of fucked because they can't run the ball.
Yeah,
Like they can't
exactly.
run the ball. They don't have anything to fall back on.
Exactly. And that is a huge question. And before I get into like talking about that, Bill gifted 5
Let's go.
memberships to the Only
Bill.
Football fam. I'm going to read off a couple of the few people that got it. Lil E, you get a membership. Liam Wolf, you get a membership. Tyler Fink, my mortal enemy, you get a membership.
Oh.
And we also have Nithin S and Dowda with the memberships as well. So you guys got Bill to thank. Bill, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And membership to $2.99 a month to be a part of the Only Football fam. Unless
Thank you, Bill.
Unless Bill gifts you one, because that's what Bill does. And we appreciate Bill so much. So thank you again, Bill. You said celebratory gifting. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Well, the last thing I'll say real quick is when it comes to points per game, the Dallas Cowboys normally are scoring a bunch, but like we said, scoring is at its lowest point since 1996, and the Cowboys, who normally are scoring 30 points a game, are scoring 24.3, which is 12th, but the Steelers are only scoring 18 points. So I think if it were any other type of season, it happens to be that this is the type of season where everybody's scoring less than 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Steelers are only scoring 18 points per game, and they're 3-1. I don't think the 18 points is going to be able to be enough to beat the Dallas Cowboys. That's the big issue, because Dallas is straight up going to get at least 24 points tonight. You would expect, and the Steelers, meanwhile, really have only gone over 20 one time in all of their games.
Yeah, and this is definitely one of those, like, how you mentioned, like, if the running game isn't there for Dallas, why even go to it? Now, obviously, the reason why you don't only just go pass is because you don't want to become one-dimensional. The defensive lineman, whoever's blitzing, pin their ears back, go straight to the quarterback, and it's kind of like an easy game for the defense. But you're right, like, even if Pittsburgh were to go ahead and, like, run the ball because of weather or something like that, you really just generally aren't going to score that many points. And that's exactly kind of what they've been doing this season so far. Like you said, like the 18 points per game somehow is winning them games. And that's why they're 3-1 going into this week. But that's because their defense has just been suffocating, right? So we got to give a lot of credit there. And to be fair, Justin Fields was doing his best. He had one of his best games in the Steelers uniform last week, when I think he passed over like 230 yards or something like that and a couple touchdowns. So he's improving with the weapons and with, with what Pittsburgh's able to do with for him in terms of the offense and the play calling and really the coaching. But yeah, man, like the running game, again, I'm going to lean more towards the Steelers. But you're right, 18 points is just not enough versus the Dallas Cowboys, who are scoring, like, sometimes it's like 30 points. But most of the time it's like in garbage time, right? Like one of the things we criticize the Cowboys for is not scoring enough points early in the game to actually make it a decent game in the first half. It's like you guys save all the offense, similar to like the playoffs last year, right? You guys save it all for the very, very end to make it almost a dramatic type of game. And like, it is what it is with the Cowboys, but they're going to score a lot of points even when it gets to those, like, to the witching hour, I guess we say, of the game, because luckily they do have Dak Prescott. They have Dak Prescott there to be able to make it a game there or late. As we got kickoff set for 9:45 Eastern, so in about 24 minutes, hopefully we can get this game going. I saw a stadium shot. Some fans going back to their seats, and I'm also watching highlights of the Bears. Oh God, such a beautiful game. Regardless, anyway, but yeah, man, they got Dak. Dak is always going to kind of keep them in games, even though he chokes in the playoffs, and there's always going to be those criticisms from not only us but Dallas Cowboys fans. And Bill with another 5 memberships.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sharon Mickens gets a membership. Himley Ihorihos gets a membership. Ripa, who I remember the name, gets a membership. Joe Mariano and M Salads. You all get memberships thanks to our boy Bill. Roll of the dice number 2. Crafty with the 9:45 kickoff. Jin just said Bill Winfrey Hartnett, and he got more free shit again. Hell of a dude. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Bill, and congratulations to the lucky members. And I'm glad we got a time too, because I was like, maybe this game gets canceled altogether, but no, we got a time. Kickoff just less than 15 minutes away, so 15 minutes left for kickoff. I don't want to spoil anything for our Tuesday episode, but what was the most surprising game? Without getting into too much detail, what was the most surprising win today, without the Giants Seahawks game as an option?
Okay, so outside of that, I mean, I think I got to pick the 49ers and the Cardinals. That one was a crazy game all the way till the end. I mean, the 49ers found themselves in a situation where they were up by double digits heading into the fourth quarter, late in the third, whatever it was, and the Cardinals came back to win the game. This is the second week that this has happened to the 49ers. One of them being the Rams prior to them winning, prior to them to the going to the Chicago. So what was that, week 3? It happens again to the 49ers, and I'm just like, what is going on? What is going on with this defense? Like, why do they let up late in the game like that? But to me, that had to be one of the most surprising. The Giants, and Bill's gonna love this one. That one was insane to be able to go into Seattle and block a fucking field goal and then get a touchdown off it.
And then the way he hit the kicker after was so funny. Like, watch the kicker go down right here. He just goes boom and just hit. What about, so the Broncos wear their 1977 throwbacks, and I'm saying, bro, if you wear those jerseys, you have to make them proud. And Surtain did not disappoint. The longest interception in Denver Broncos history, 100-yard pick six. It doesn't get much more exciting than that. It doesn't. And that was definitely the swing of the game, because the Raiders were about to go up 17-3, and all of a sudden it's a pick six. And no, it was going to be 17-0, I think. And then all of a sudden it was 10-10. No. Fuck, I can't remember.
I just saw the replay too. Fuck.
It was like a 14-point swing probably, but at least a 10-point swing, because they were at least going to get 3.
Was it not 10-10 at that point?
No.
No,
that was our first touchdown of the game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 10-10.
And they had scored a touchdown on their opening drive, got a field goal. So they had 10 already. I know that for a fact. The only mystery is whether we had 0 or 3. But either way, that saved us from either being down 17-0 or 17-3. And then all of a sudden that just turned the whole game, because and I didn't understand why, but they benched Gardner Minshew in the third quarter. And I was like, bro, I watched this defense go against Tampa. I watched them go against the Jets. Gardner Minshew had like the best. He looked better than Baker. He looked better at times than Rodgers. Like, he was moving around in the pocket. He was torching us. And then they end up benching him for Aiden O'Connell. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't give a shit, because you're the Raiders. And I like, if you're going to make a bad decision, so be it. Like, I'll take it. But I did not understand the decision to bench Gardner Minshew in that game. I was like, do you understand that he's performing better than all the other quarterbacks that we've played this year, pretty much?
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, the Devontae Adams thing going on there, the business decision thing, and this benching of Minshew in this game. I don't think that looks good on Antonio Pierce, man. I don't think that looks good at all. I feel like this is starting to look like the beginning of the end in a sense. Like, I don't like. I am I am an overreactor, just in general, especially with football. So
yeah,
And you guys who have been on this podcast know that. But this does not look good. This is one of those things where coaches do something like this on top of all the other shit that's going on and just look bad. They look indecisive. They look like they don't know what they're talking about. So I don't know. For me, it just looks not good for Antonio Pierce because Gardner Minshew, for the most part, was doing what he could, what he could against this defense of the Broncos, which is doing incredibly well. But it just looks like indecisiveness. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gardner or Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams all scored 34 points or more. 36, 34, 34. So a good just a good all-around day for the rookie quarterbacks.
I was gonna say that's nice, especially again, like you said, taking into consideration that they're all rookies and Jaden Daniels is clearly the one ahead, but it's good. What's
Dude, up? We were on the 50-yard line, and this is why I no longer care about the Bo Nix arm strength thing. It means nothing to me anymore because there was a play where we were on the 45 and Bo Nix rolls out and it looked like he put 85% on it. And the ball was like not at the back of the end zone, but like 3/4 of the way the back. It was like a 55-yard bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you can throw a 55-yard bomb at 80% of capacity, like I'm not worried about your arm strength. The ball went to the moon too. It was a huge bomb. And fucking Troy Franklin, the ball went right through his hands. Right through it. He had a step.
I saw that.
Oh my God.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, Kyle's pissed. Kyle is pissed at Troy Franklin.
I'm like, dude, that's a Bo Nix highlight that he just got robbed of. Like, no one will see that play. That will never be on. That play is gone already. Dead, buried. Only reason it's resurrected is because I'm here. But that play is forever gone. And what a shame. What a great moment for Bo Nix for that to be on the highlight reel. Yeah. And he just got screwed. And then he goes over the sideline and him and Sean Payton are screaming back and forth. Did you see that exchange?
I was going to say, what did you think of that? What do you make of that?
I love it. So the Broncos interviewed, or Colin Cowherd interviewed Drew Brees last week. And Drew Brees was like, Colin was like, if you could give one piece of advice to Bo Nix as a rookie quarterback, because you know Sean and you know his flaws and his character better than anybody, what would it be? And he said, like, be assertive back to him. Like, he wants his quarterback to be like, no, this is what we need to do. Like, this is like, he doesn't want you to just be like, he likes when you can take coaching, but he also likes when you can like stand up for yourself and just have like a backbone. Like he respects that about you. And how many times did Russell Wilson, you know, he's getting screamed at and you just see him like, I was actually pleasantly stimulated, not sexually. No. But I enjoyed the banter, you know, because it's like you're up 31 to, 10 or whatever, 20. You're up big in the game, yet your quarterback is fired up about, something that he didn't tell us. They asked him in the press conference after the game, they're like, what was that exchange? And he goes, oh, well, Sean told me I love you. And I just looked back and said, I love you too.
I love the shit they like have to like in their mind at that moment create. So they're like, hey,
I bet he made that up when he was walking back. He's like, they're going to ask me about it. This is what I'm going to say.
And just say, hey, that stays between Coach and I. Who cares? What are they going to press you again and say, yeah, but you seemed really animated. And like, I was, and that stays between Coach and I. Like, just fucking give them that. What else are they going to do? Keep questioning you about it? All right, that's my time.
He's just trying to make a joke.
Maybe too. Like, but it's just like, sometimes it's easier to just be like, well, that's between me and Coach, me and fucking Sean.
But that also makes it seem like there's still some animosity there. You know, like
that's true. That's true.
That's the only thing I'll say about that. The way he said it was like, we're over it. I'm already joking about it.
Like it's not even a fucking issue. Yeah, you're right. There are
Yeah.
certain ways you can go about it. That's a good one. I liked it too, and the reason I really liked that one because he's a rookie quarterback and he was very, um, like you said, like passionate about what he was talking about and what was going on during that play. He was very much like it seemed to me like this is what we were doing. This is what I did. This is how it went. Right. Like they were very like going back and forth with each other, like talking about it, whether it was screaming, whether whatever it is, what it is. Two, because you mentioned Russ Wilson and that what happened on the sidelines last year with Russ and Sean Payton, where Sean was just yelling at him because the play didn't go the way it was supposed to go, or Russ didn't make the right read, whatever it is. And it was just like Russ was just sitting there, just taking it. And it's like, dude, fucking talk back to Sean Payton, man. You're the quarterback. You're the one out there seeing things. I get the coaches create everything, but you're the one in the moment seeing what the reads are, seeing what this is, what that is. You got to give it to him back. And the fact that Drew Brees said that too, it's like, okay, now we actually get some context as to what that relationship is like with Sean Payton. It's like, absolutely take the coaching, but don't just fucking fold like a chair and take
Right.
everything that Sean says. It's like, nah, bro,
Stan-
I saw
yeah.
this read. We're going this way, and that's what I did, and that's why I did it.
Yeah, like that's the main thing. Like have a reason. Like if you have a reason
Yes.
for what you did, defend it because
Mm-hmm.
that shows that you're knowledgeable. Confidence and knowledge are closely attached. Like if I'm attacking you on any issue, it could be anything, but
Mm-hmm.
you're extremely knowledgeable on it and you believe you're standing in truth, you're going to have a backbone and you're going
Yeah.
to be like, no, actually, you're wrong. And this is why. You're not
Mm-hmm.
going to just sit there silent. Silence and ignorance can be very closely related. Like usually when
Mm-hmm.
you don't know anything is when you're silent and you just accept whatever's happening. But
Yeah.
when you feel like you're in the right and you are ready to explain why. Like remember when we were studying for our board and they would say, even if you're wrong, be confident because it gives the illusion that you're knowledgeable.
Yeah. That's always the funniest advice. I kind of like go back and think I'm like, it's so true because you could just be completely wrong or not know what the fuck you're talking about or give something that is relatively close to an answer. And if you say confident, they're like, fuck, is he right? Because I don't know
Yeah,
the answer.
I think he is. Let's just move on.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Mardner
Well,
Ginshu, Fojlako, Fuston Giles. These are great names. I love them.
what are those?
Stat Mafford. These are amazing names. I'm gonna call myself Stat Mafford. I like Stat Mafford. I'm going Stat Mafford.
I'm going to call you Eric instead of Rick.
I'm gonna call you Lyle.
Lyle. Oh my God. There used to be one of my friends in Miami.
Mm,
He was like one of my gay friends and he would always say his name's Lyle because he lies about being gay.
that's good.
It was so funny. So then everyone started calling me Lyle.
And here it is. It returns.
I
You
know.
are Lyle.
I forgot about that until you said that.
Joe Flacco was drafted when I was 4. Nick, holy shit. Joe Flacco was drafted when you were 4. Now I got to go to when he was drafted.
So my sister,
2008. You were 20 years old,
2008.
Nick. 20,
My
21
sister's
years old.
girlfriend comes over yesterday and
Yeah.
I get a text and it's like, are you busy? And I'm like, kind of, I'm watching football, you know?
Yeah. A little bit.
And I go down there and she's asking me permission to marry my sister. And I go, you don't need my permission. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I get the sentiment,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's your life. You know what I mean? Like,
You have to deal with her.
what do you think about like that old school like mentality of like asking the father if it's okay for marriage. Like, did you do that with Natalie's parents?
I did not, and it didn't go over well, I will say.
Okay.
And some people, there's just some people who are old school about it and want it to go that way.
Yeah, it's a
I
very personal thing. Like some people like traditional stuff. Some people are like
hmm
against any traditional. Like I tend to be really
exactly.
traditional.
Yeah.
Um, but like I feel like that's the thing about marriage is it's like so unique to the person. Like some people are like it's just a piece of paper. And some
Yeah, unique to
people
the couple too, yeah.
yeah, yeah, like people have just so different takes on it. Like my brother, she didn't even want a wedding. We just went to the
Oh
Keys
wow.
and had a party, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. That's one of the things that I think me and Natalie are like, where it's like I really don't want to have a $30,000 wedding where we don't really even get to enjoy it because you invite a ton of people, they want to take pictures. There, it's kind of like a scheduled itinerary type of thing where you get married, you go to the reception, and oh, it's all these pictures with family members and friends, and then it's like you go, you sit down, and everybody comes up to you and gives you the gifts. And I'm not saying anything against gifts. I'm not saying anything against like talking to family and stuff, but it's very like a calculated thing, and it's like, dude, if I'm gonna spend money for everyone else except for me to have a good time, why don't I just buy everybody a fucking gift that costs $30,000 in total? I want to do something like that. I want to rent
Yeah.
out a space, have a bartender, have like food, maybe like a buffet style for like, I don't know, 5 grand or something like that, whatever it
Yeah.
costs, and just be like chilling. Like, hey, we
That's
got the
what
space for 8 hours. Let's
that
fucking hang out, you know?
Dude, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I already thought about it and I was like, family, they have to fly in and then they have to stay at a hotel. I'm just going to reach out to everybody and be like, hey, this is how much it would cost you anyway to stay at a hotel. Give it to me. And let's say
Hmm
you have 30 family members and they're all
hmm
giving you, say, 200. Let's say they're all giving you $500 for the whole
Yeah.
trip. Like that's $15,000. And then you can
Yeah.
rent out like a mansion and everyone stays in the same house.
Yeah, it's like why not go that route? Like the gift at that point is like celebrating with people. You
Yes.
know, like the gift is like, hey, you were here for let's say a weekend, like in your situation, in your scenario. You rent out a Airbnb and it's an entire house and it's a 30 room whatever mansion, whatever, house thing, whatever, and it's like by a beach or by, I don't know, the city or something like that. And it's like, let's go. Let's go to the beach. Everybody hang out. We all buy some alcohol. Nobody's like buying more than the others. We're not providing it. It's more of like, let's fucking have a good time. And it's like, why don't more people do that? And it's like, well, because marriage is it's one of those traditional things. You know what I mean? So
I
to
want
me,
to
that's a
mix
great idea.
like the traditional things, but like with like a twist on modernizing it. Like having like,
Yeah.
like the traditional me still would want like a pastor to be there to like,
hmm
facilitate it. I would still want to like have like walking down the aisle. It's just like in the backyard of an Airbnb though, you know,
Exactly.
just like kind of
Exactly.
mixing those two worlds in a perfect balance for me. But that's why it's so personal.
It, and I don't think there should be any pressure from anyone to change your mind. It's like, well, I don't want to. It's my fun time. It's my time to be with
Yeah,
my
you're allowed
husband,
to
my
be selfish.
wife, yeah, my spouse. Like I want to have a really good time with them. On top of that, the presence of family and friends makes it even better. It makes it a party. It makes it fun. It's like don't take that away from me just because it's not your idea of what a wedding should be. It's like it's mine. Like let's
Yeah,
have
parents
fun.
can be like that too. They can
Yeah,
they want
yes,
they want like their idea of what it should be.
exactly. Or even like if it gets really bad, like they want, oh, you should invite this person. And it's like, I've
I don't
never
like
met that. I don't like that person. I don't keep in
that.
touch with them. I don't talk to them. Like if you can't remember their last name or like the last time you hung out with them, they probably shouldn't be at your wedding.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
thought about it and I was like, dude, I have like 3 people. Like, like,
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
like you, um, Like my brothers, my best friend Morty, who's been on this podcast for college football. Um, like my dad, my mom, my aunts, and my uncles,
Yeah.
and like, I mean, that's kind of it. Like
Small thing. Yeah.
I don't keep like a ton of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not the best at reaching out and like staying in contact with people just because I feel like I don't have enough time. Like,
I feel that too. That's like a whole separate issue too, dude. Like
yeah,
sometimes I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? But you're right. Like sometimes small is like a small gathering, a small party, a small wedding in this situation, right? It's like it's nice. You get to hang out
yeah,
with everybody, you get to drink around a big table, drink and eat, and like everybody's like having their say and everybody gets, to me that's a little bit nicer than a 200-person wedding,
yeah.
250, something like that.
Just to say you had a bunch of people there. Like,
Yeah, yeah. But I get that. I totally get that. It's
in
just
Bill, I would
sometimes
invite Bill.
Bill's coming to my not wedding anymore, but like, cause I think what my wife and I want to do is like do a certain, um, what do you call it, anniversary where we invite people and friends and stuff. Where it's like, hey, we've been married for let's say 10 years now. Let's have a party. Let's celebrate
Yeah,
our 10 years. Let's renew our vows or something like that. Something similar to that. And let's have a bunch of people over and let's have a buffet and let's have fucking a bartender that's open bar for like 4 hours and just have a good time. Something
that'd
like that.
be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So in my opinion, yeah, that's a good time.
Well, the game has finally hit double zeros as far as the
Let's
delay. We
go.
are now just
Let's
getting through the
go.
last leg of commercials. Any last second predictions? Let me hear your first quarter score.
First quarter score is going to be
3-0
three
Cowboys.
zero. I was going to say 3-0 Steelers.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay.
3-0 Steelers, 3-0 Cowboys. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
thinking
Ginger,
3-0.
I would invite. Fuck it. I would just invite like the OGs of the podcast for real. I'd be like
100%.
I would be like, I get it. None of you can probably make it, but the offer's there.
The invite is definitely there. Nick said, I'm fairly sure you can get married at a state park for basically nothing and still get a scenic place. I have not looked into that, Nick, but I will. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Good
I
suggestion.
thought about that actually. There's in Whidbey Island, there's like this beautiful state park that overlooks the ocean, and I was like, this is free. Like, why
No
not just like
shit.
go there? And it has like little campgrounds, and I was like, everyone could just camp out. We could bring a food truck out here. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Have
there's
some
a lot of
tacos and
like
shit.
cheaper options.
Nick said, first quarter 0-0, -8 passing yards for Fields.
Hey, this isn't
Uh,
Bo Nix.
I was gonna say, what is that like? Because I remember I was watching your stream of it while I was kind of getting some stuff done around the house, and you were like, "Can we pass the ball forward of the line of scrimmage, please?" And like the very next play was like a 5-yard loss because Bo Nix threw it behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the first quarter was brutal, but
Yeah,
luckily after the first quarter we started throwing the ball downfield, and he ended up having like 200 yards passing in the game, and he should have had 250 and another touchdown. He had 2 touchdown passes, but he was robbed of a third deep ball.
oh
So like
really?
it was the Troy Franklin drop. Um,
Oh yeah.
But overall, like a much better performance. Like I anticipated, it wasn't pouring rain like it was last week, and he got back to normal. Still a lot of room for
Yeah.
improvement, which is good. It's good when you can win and there's room for improvement, because it's really exciting when you start wondering like what this team can look like when it actually does keep improving. Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg is at the game waving a terrible towel. I just love his life, man.
He's got a great one. Let me know when you got the kicker with his foot near the ball.
All
Chris
right, foot near
Boswell.
ball.
All right, so now we're all synced up. I like this comment here by Ninja. Last wedding I went to, I was the only white and did a shitload of that And Dan's like, how was James Brown that killed it? I'm serious too.
That reminds me of my uncle's wedding. That's all I'll say about that.
And we got kickoff. We got the Cowboys getting the ball, taking it out at the 10, getting to the 20,
Oh, this one's coming
30,
back.
and 37-yard line. But there is a flag. Kyle said it. It's coming back. Turpin, good return.
Yeah, Turpin's been one of the more explosive returners since he was a rookie. And Sean Hockley is going to be our ref today. It's his 7th season as an NFL referee. Not as jacked as his father, but he is working on it.
And it was actually on Pittsburgh illegal
Nope.
formation.
Nope, this one's coming back.
Guy's like, nope.
I don't see it. That's a shitty ass penalty.
That's a bad call.
I hate when they throw penalties on nothing.
And the Cowboys are going to start at their 43. No rain, it looks like. Dak Prescott, quick throw right side, caught by CeeDee Lamb for about 4 yards.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the weather is going to play a huge factor in the throwing, at least not right now. It looks dry. It looks like it's not raining, like you said, and I'm sure that they have already kind of dried the field and their game balls are dry.
You heard Kyle. Balls are dry. 2nd and 7. Dak in the shotgun. 3 wide. Motion right side. Takes a snap. Looking to pass. Quick pass right side to his tight end, Spanford.
Yeah,
Where the hell is Ferguson? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Spanford and Ferguson. The Steelers have struggled against tight ends. They haven't had to play any tight ends that are any good. The best tight end they played this year was Njoku with the Cleveland Browns, and he had like 5 catches before he got injured in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, Njoku. You're going to hand it off here. It's going to be Dowdle. He runs for 1 yard, maybe.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up against Jake Ferguson, and also they like to rush their edges, TJ Watt.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make for a big game for the tight end if he can just get those quick 5-yard throws.
God, I hope so. Prescott throw right side, going to be CeeDee Lamb for a catch, about 4 yards there on that reception. So it looks like, okay, so there's no more rain. I mean, again, I kind of talked about this where I was like, if no more rain, then the Dallas offense is going to do a lot better. But the field is going to be wet. So I think this might be a more evenly matched game now, in my opinion.
Yeah. I still like my Dallas pick.
3rd and 5, same. Prescott, shotgun. Center's touching his butt. Takes a snap. Looking to pass. Pressure over the middle. Incomplete. Defense for the Steelers comes up big on that 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Dak was just kind of backpedaling, trying to buy some time, but never really got separation as a receiver here. TJ Watt coming in off the top of your screen. Look at that. You got 3 people. You had a guy chip him, and then you had double coverage, and he still makes an impact on that play. But it's not all for nothing. Brandon Aubrey is going to attempt a field goal here. He is really good from far out. This one's going to be a 55-yarder. It's good.
And it's good.
It waved a little bit. Then it got on the right track.
It reminded me of the Fairbairn kick for the Texans that won them the game. It looked like it was going left, and then, I don't know, the spin he put onto it, then it went right and right through the field, the post. It was great.
And I got to pee really bad, so I'm going to do it really quick.
Kyle's going to go take a dump. You heard it there. KC in the chat, Lily said, Kyle, is Malik Willis better than Jordan Love? People are asking, Kyle.
No, they're not.
No. Lily is asking. So Dallas starts off with a field goal here. They are up 3-0, and that is already going better for Kyle's prediction of the first quarter score, which was Cowboys 3-0. I said 3-0 Steelers, so it looks like there might even be some more scoring in this first quarter. I really did think it was going to be more rain coming down, even when the game started. TJ Watt attacks the O line like a crackhead attacks a bag of unlabeled flour. That's my flour. That's my unmarked bag of white stuff. I love it. Lily said, love the response, but Kyle, people are asking.
No, no one's asking.
I think
But here's a question people are asking: How do the Steelers respond to that drive?
I don't know. It's got to look like I don't know, a competent offense, in my opinion. Again, we are seeing this offense come off one of their better games and still in a loss last week of the Steelers with Justin Fields at quarterback. They're starting to trust Justin more. Clearly, you could see that from their week 4, passing over the middle, getting some touchdown passes, and doing what he does best, and that's run with his legs, right? And make offense with his legs. So what will their response be? Maybe a touchdown. Maybe a touchdown. I think they got it in them.
CeeDee Lamb, Najee Harris. You think those two get a touchdown today?
CeeDee Lamb, yes. Najee Harris, that one is a good one. I don't know. There was a lot of film on Najee Harris's run plays over the last few weeks, and basically the point of it was don't blame Najee for not being able to get positive yards because his O-line is garbage in the run game. And I saw some of that film and I'm like, wow, this looks like the Bears O-line did in the first couple weeks. So I get it. I'm totally there with you. As the Steelers return this all the way to the 25-yard line, but I don't know, it might be a little bit more difficult for Najee unless he gets it in a pass form. That's kind of the way I could see it. I think Jalen Warren is more of their short yardage back.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
George Pickens, Calvin Austin, probably target 1 and 2 right now for Justin Fields. Calvin Austin doing really well as well.
They're introducing the Steelers right now. See if they can respond here on first down.
Snap up the middle. No, it's going to be Fields who takes it right side and gets about 8 yards on that run.
Good start.
Yeah, good run.
How do you feel when you watch Justin Fields, succeed? I mean, I know you don't care because you have Caleb Williams, but does it make you feel like, oh no, what if our problems is organizational?
It always has been. It always has been.
But doesn't that kind of like reinforce it, like in a way?
Sort of, but not really, because Justin Fields hasn't been doing anything crazy. I mean, Caleb Williams right now has 2 games over 300 yards, and that's the most by a rookie ever. And we're only 5 weeks in as Najee Harris gets the first down there on a toss to the left side.
Like in Bears?
In Bears history.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. It took Justin Fields, Mitch Trubisky, a plethora of quarterbacks to get over 300 yards, way longer than it took Caleb Williams. I still believe organizational issues are present in the Bears, namely keeping Eberflus as coach, one of the big ones in my opinion. But sometimes a guy like Caleb Williams comes along and can, overcome that. As Fields is back to pass, rolling out, going deep, left side, wide open.
Oh, he drops
complete.
It.
Oh, Hayward drops it.
Oh my gosh! How do you drop that?
Oh my God! He dove for it, which you love to see the effort from your tight end. Justin Fields did overthrow it by literally a hand length.
Of course he did, because he sucks.
Great vision, though.
No, he didn't overthrow that. I saw the replay. It was perfect.
I don't know. This guy had a dive. If your guy's got a dive, you overthrew that.
But he had the ball in both his hands, like secured. It was just when he hit the ground.
Yep. You're right. I still think like you got to get him in stride, and he tried, but like when I mean overthrew by a hand length, like a hand length, like that's it.
Yeah, like if it was just a couple inches
Mm-hmm.
shorter, that could be a touchdown.
Easy, yeah. And we got a defensive holding on Smith, number
Oh
58 of the
no,
Cowboys. We also got Nealand down, like Crafty's saying here,
not good. They
and
already are out with Micah Parsons
mm-hmm.
and
Demarcus Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence. Both are out,
Yep.
and now this guy.
Nealand, the rookie, is out right now. As Dallas has probably one of the coolest looking doctors who wears a cowboy hat at every game. I think that's pretty sick.
How did my fantasy team do today?
Let's check because I do have to check mine as well. I got a 50-yard plus kick from Brandon Aubrey, so that's good for me. That's good for 5 points. Fucking love it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. You are currently up 122.94 to 105.7. You have Boswell, the kicker for Pittsburgh, going, but your opponent has Mahomes going for tomorrow.
He's gonna have a bad game.
So you are currently up by 17, pending what Boswell does for the rest of the game. But I kind of agree. Like, I don't think he's going to have this amazing game where he's going to outscore you or do more than like 20, 25 points.
Which tight end balled out for the Packers?
That's a good question. Because you have Tucker Craft, yeah. 4 receptions, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns.
How many points did he get?
24.8.
Let's go. Business decision. And then how did my running back do? Sermon.
Hall, not so good. Sermon, 38 yards and a touchdown. Good enough for 18.3 points. I'm assuming the touchdown, I believe the touchdown was either rushing, and if I'm not mistaken, he got a few passes. So
And Josh Allen, what he finished with, like 14?
14.64. Yeah. Brian Thomas
Good.
Jr., 23 points.
23.
Jaden Reed, 13. But so far, your highest point getter was Kraft. And Denver defense got you 15 points. That's solid for a defense.
Yeah, I can't believe Denver was available, but I think people just don't. They just haven't bought into Denver. It's like even their defense. Nope, they were available. I was like, okay, I'll take them. What are they ranked right now? Like, you know how it says positionally ranked?
Let's take a look. Position rank, second.
Yeah, and they were just on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
I dropped Cleveland's defense. I was like, no.
Yeah, they're doing
I'm taking Denver.
So bad. They're doing so bad. All right, back to the game. Players now back on the sideline. 1st and 10. Fields in the shotgun. 3 wide, 1 running back. Takes a snap. Looking to pass in the pocket. Right side. Caught. George Pickens. Gets about 7 yards there.
We got Nathan Van Neck in the chat.
Nathan Van Neck. What's up? What quarter are we? It is the first with 10.5 left on the clock here. Welcome,
Big
Nathan.
weather
Welcome.
delay. Big weather delay. Big weather delay.
Yeah, huge weather delay.
All
Nick
right,
drafted the Broncos defense. Ooh, good foresight there.
Under center now. Running 2 tight ends. Looks like a run.
And going to hand it off. Najee just gets pummeled in the backfield. And this is one of those examples of a missing assignment on the line or somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to say this, but sometimes I watch the Steelers offense and it feels very predictable. They're just one of those teams that doesn't get a lot of pre-snap motion, doesn't mix it up, doesn't reach into the bag of tricks. But they have an identity at least.
They do. 3rd and 2. Najee. Motions left side, 2 wide.
Quick throw to Najee probably.
Snap.
Yep.
Quick throw to Najee. 1st down and more. Still in bounds for another 10 yards. Not only did Kyle call the play, but Najee came through with a 1st down and more.
Yeah, Najee right there. You see him getting motion back and forth, and then they're just seeing, okay, what do we got? We got a zone, so I'm just going to run to the flat here. I only need 2 yards. Justin Fields knew right where he was going from the snap. So did we.
Steelers moving the ball currently at the 30-yard line of the Cowboys. Under center, Fields. 2 backs. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to pass. Going deep left side. Oh, incomplete to Washington.
Darnell Washington, the rookie out of Georgia, I believe.
Really?
I believe so. As Nealand is on the cart looking at his knee.
Oof.
Nealand. Darnell Washington, he went to Georgia.
Okay. 2nd and 10. Under center, Fields. 3 wide, 1 tight end. Going to hand it off. Jonathan Ward, number 35 for the Steelers, gets about 2 yards there on the carry. So is he a rookie, or was this like his 2nd, 3rd year or something like that?
He's a rookie, and he is a big guy. I mean, when you look at him on the field, like he looks like, oh, okay, this guy is mainly going to be a blocker. Yeah. But it's like, no, I mean, when you see he's also a down the field threat.
Yeah.
And they're not scared to bring him downfield. He ran
that's what they said. Like, get it down to the 6'7" guy. Toss left side. Warren. Left side. Oh, not Warren. Sorry. Sharpari.
I remember in college he had a terrible season in 2018. And then he returned from the shoulder injury, and he had a pretty productive season. But he was a long jumper in high school. I remember this guy's prospect when we were doing our draft stuff.
Oh, wow.
Here's my kicker.
There you go. I was going to say 41-yard attempt for Boswell. Snap, hold, kick is good.
Oh, weird angle.
Woo, Kyle was sweating on that one.
Yeah, I was. So, I mean, you got a guy that I think when the Steelers really kind of get him going, that I think he could be really good. I think there was 4 tight ends that I liked a lot. Darnell Washington, Cade Stover.
Okay.
Well, yeah, besides like Brock Bowers, because he was not going to be available. Then there was the one out of Kansas State. What was his name?
Let's see.
Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott.
State tight end. Oh, Ben Sinnott.
Sinnott, yeah.
Sinnott, whatever, yeah.
And then the last one was the one the Giants drafted.
Giants tight end draft 2024. Theo Johnson.
Mm-hmm. So those were kind of my group of tight ends, but
Penn State.
We'll see. How Darnell Washington does as he continues to get more involved. He only has 4 catches on the season, so hasn't really like played a huge role yet. Mm-hmm. But it's good to see him on the field. I feel like once he gets going, he could be one of those like 10-year tight ends.
Yeah, I think that throw to him there was just a little early, and that may have been because there was a bit more pressure on Fields, but he's definitely, at least Washington, with his size, his height, the kind of guy that you want to get it to in the end zone on a 50-50, one-on-one situation, because he will get up and be able to catch those balls that seem a little bit too high for other receivers.
Well, so his strength is that he's a run blocker, and that's the thing. Like when you see him, you're like, damn, this guy's an offensive lineman out there. Mm-hmm. I mean, 6'7", dude.
Crazy.
Like that's insane. He's 6'7", 264 pounds, and he has an 83 3/4 inch wingspan.
Oh
so it's like, he's an amazing run blocker. But then once like they're like that personnel, I forget what they were running, but they had 2 tight ends, I think that's 11 personnel.
Uh-huh.
But they had 2 tight ends, so it's like, okay, they're definitely running it. And then you do the play action, and then Darnell can actually be a true receiving threat as well. Like
Right.
that's different than like Travis Kelce, where if you put him on the field, you know that he's going to be a receiver, not a great run blocker at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. And here we go. The Steelers kicking off to the Cowboys, who are just going to kneel it in the end zone. So the Cowboys will be starting their next drive at around the 30-yard line. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward on that defensive line, trying to make it a pain in the ass for the Cowboys to get any points on the field, on the game.
We got a lot of Vikings hate in the chat right now. And Jinja, Thanksgiving 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah. In the shotgun Dak, 3 wide, 1 tight end, 1 running back motions.
Looks like Zeke's in the backfield.
Snap, and there's a flag.
This is going to be a false start, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. False start.
Can't have that. Tyler Guyton, we talked about him in the pregame show before you hopped on. He has struggled. He's going to be on the edge. He's going to be responsible for keeping Dak Prescott's jersey clean. But he's had a lot of penalties and just a lot of stuff he's got to clean up. And 3 holding calls already, second most in the NFL through week 4. Can't have that today.
Yeah, a total of 6 so far in the season. 1st and 15 in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Quick throw right side, and it's going to be to, is that Turpin, number 9. Gets about 4 yards there on that pass. Nick said he's got Broncos and Lions defense. Not bad.
Yeah, did it say he had 6 called? 6 holding penalties?
No, 3 holding penalties, 6 total penalties.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Back to pass. Dak in the pocket, over the middle. Caught. That is going to be number 83. I don't see the name right now. Close to a first down. Depends on the spot. Ew, that's a bad spot.
Oh.
Thought he was closer than that. 3rd and 1.
My shit froze.
The run. Shakes off a defender. Throws it left side to nobody. And it looks like there might be a flag. Is there going to be a flag? No, there's not. 4th down. 4th and 1, Kyle. You going for it?
I don't know because I was gonna say I don't know because my shit just froze up on me, so I missed the last play.
Oh, okay. So there's currently a flag. There might be intentional grounding. He was still in the tackle box.
Yep.
Yep, intentional grounding. Did your stream come back or not yet?
Yeah, let me know when he says it's 4th down.
It's 4th down. Yep. Replay. Right. Snap.
Yep.
Fake.
Yep, we're exactly in sync.
Sick. Ba, 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 ba.
And if you guys are watching this on your own TVs, go ahead and just turn it off and watch us. We are going to see how good we are at this.
Go ahead. Don't watch it. Just watch us. Yeah, 4th and 11. So Cowboys are going to have to punt here. I don't love that spot on that 2nd or 3rd down catch for the Cowboys. The refs missed one. They put them almost a yard behind the first down marker, and they were way closer than that. If not, they had a first down already. So
they're going to have to punt this one back and see if the Steelers can capitalize on it. It could get good field position if they get a 20-yard return.
Snap. Here's the punt.
Ooh.
Pretty good punt. Fair catch at around the 25-yard line. That is where the Steelers are going to start. We got Bill. What up? I'm back. Went home. The bar was going to close before this game ends. Bill, welcome back. Appreciate you. 3-3 ball game, Bill. Indeed. You know, I was looking at the helmets just now in that graphic, and this is one of those classic OG NFL games, right? Like Steelers, Cowboys. You gotta like that. You gotta like that. OG games, OG games. Good uniform matchup. The whites and the blues, or the silver and the blues for the Cowboys, and then the yellow and gold, or sorry, the black and gold, or black and yellow, I should say. I don't know if it's black and gold, black and yellow, whatever, for the Steelers. It's a really good uniform matchup here. 3-3 is the score so far in the first quarter. And I'm checking on my fantasy because I am down big. Let's see. He's got 137.72 to my 87.44. I've got Jake Ferguson, Pittsburgh defense, and Brandon Aubrey going. Pittsburgh defense currently 9 points. Aubrey with 5. Ferguson 0. I'm going to need big games from Aubrey and Ferguson.
So how many points do you have total?
87.44. Unfortunately. Speaking of OG uniforms, games, the Broncos Classics, and the Raiders. Have the Raiders ever really changed their uniform? Like, no, right? Like, they're one of the more consistent teams.
I don't think they ever have, like the Packers.
Yeah, because the black and silver is just so, like, it's already good, that combination.
Yeah, I hate it.
Bill said,
I hate that I like it.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. Bill said, I thought we were in the first half. So I sent the second 5 memberships early. All good, Bill. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
It. Yeah, thank you. Not in my lifetime.
Every Sunday, my family gets together and does Pizza Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle, he makes his own dough and everything.
Oh, I do remember you saying that. Yeah.
I can't make it during the season, but they bring me some.
I remember, I think it was during a game last season where someone, it may have been your uncle, may have been your mom, somebody brought you the pizza and you showed it to us, and I was like, that looks so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
6.5 minutes left. Fields fakes the handoff in the pocket, right side throw, caught, great catch.
And that looked way harder than it needed to be.
Yes, agreed. So Nealand looks like he hurt his knee. Oof, yeah, he was limping after that play. He got carted out.
Well, this is where you can discover, these hidden gems.
Yeah, questionable return. Fields under center. 2nd and 3, snap, hands off. Najee, left side, makes a move. Oh, drags the defender for the first down, but there's a flag. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Good run.
Offense. Number 68. Oh, it's on the defense.
Illegal use of hands to the face defense. Lindell Joseph. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's all up in there. He won't even let go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, at least let go, dude.
Big Happy holding, take it back. Hands to the face. Bad call, Big Happy. That was the right call. Fields back to pass in the pocket, going deep right side. Oh, almost intercepted.
How do you drop that pick?
Oh.
Was that Deron Bland?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Let's see. It was going to Jefferson, number 11.
No, the drop pick.
Let's see if I see the name. Hooker? I think it's Hooker.
Yeah,
Hooker.
God.
Number 28. Nick said he is not PS2. He is not, because he would have returned that for a touchdown. 2nd and 10, shotgun. Fields, 3 wide, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Takes the snap, looking to pass. And sack. Lunch. Strip sack.
Ball's up.
Dallas Cowboys ball.
Cowboys got it.
Cowboys ball. This way. Cowboys ball.
How is it Steelers ball?
I guess he was down by contact.
No, because they're spotting it where the recovery was.
Number 93, Joseph for the Cowboys gets in the. Oh my God! Absolutely manhandled the lineman for the Steelers. Oh, I guess yeah. Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields recovered that. So 3rd and 24. Either way, it's a sack. Launch.
I think they're calling a timeout to take a longer look at this.
No, there was a challenge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys. Let's see.
It looked like a clear recovery. So did they say he didn't fumble it?
That's so definitely a fumble. Fields
Right here is a clear recovery.
Fields
Oh,
recovered
no.
that. Yeah, Fields recovered that. So they're challenging the ruling on the field that it stays. Oh yeah, that's in Justin Fields' hands. I can see that. Yep.
In real time, it looked like a clear recovery.
By Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so too. But we see it now. The replay, it is clearly in Justin Fields' left arm. And that's kind of where it finally ends up there after the play gets blown dead. And well, that was a strip sack. Really good job there by the Dallas defense to get that strip sack. But fortunately for the Steelers, Fields did recover. And what do you think about the challenge call? I don't think it's a bad call. I think it's the right call by McCarthy here.
Well, if his guy told him to, he probably saw what we saw. But I would have just called a timeout, had some more time to look at it, and then probably not challenge it. But you lose the timeout anyway, so you might as well just throw a challenge flag.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if that's like, you saying that you lose the timeout regardless if you lose it or if you call the timeout and they end up saying he recovered it. Like, I wonder if that's like something that like McCarthy, all head coaches are thinking in real time like that, right? Or like what's going through their head,
I think 100% they are thinking about that.
It's just crazy because that was like that was within 30 seconds that he was like, if that is exactly what went through his head, that's like a 30 to 45 second thing where you're just like, holy shit, that's a fast thing. You know what I mean? That's fast thinking there.
Because he would probably like, if Dallas clearly recovers it on camera. But I don't get it. So did they say he was down by contact?
No. So they're saying it was a recovery by Fields
But
at
Bill's
the end of the
comment
play.
Here.
Yeah. So I don't think they said down by contact unless I missed that. But
Okay.
to what I was listening to, I don't believe they said down by contact.
So he's only challenging the recovery by
Correct.
Pittsburgh. Okay.
At least from what I understand right now.
Yeah, he's not going to win, but
yeah,
it's the first half, so
I think it's a good challenge regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
No, there was a foul in the play. Yeah, there was.
Sure.
So call does stand. It does stay with the Steelers. 3rd and 24 now for Fields in the shotgun, 4 wide. Snap, rolling right. Looking to pass. Looking. Right side going deep. Incomplete, out of bounds. Where was he throwing that to? I feel like there's somebody wide open deeper down the field.
Does that give you flashbacks to Justin Fields?
I will say the almost dump off to the wide receiver or tight end to the right side where you were like, that had to be difficult. That didn't have to be that difficult, that pass. That gave me flashbacks to Fields, and the slight overthrow to the tight end there also gave me flashback to Fields. So those definitely were like, I don't miss that one bit,
A new Tom Hanks movie is coming out?
Hope.
Why does Tom Hanks look so young?
Why does this look like... Is this Jenny? It is
What's Jenny?
from Forrest Gump. It's the
No
same
way.
chick. Yeah.
What?
That's literally just
She
uh
died.
that's literally a reimagining of if Forrest Gump wasn't mentally challenged and if Jenny didn't get AIDS.
Wow. I don't even know how you can pull that off.
Right? First and 10, Prescott under center at their 24-yard line. Snap, hands it off, and it is going to be Dowdle. Right side for about 2 yards. Second down
Okay.
and 8 coming up.
And Bill clarified. He said, I thought Rick said it. So we were all confused.
There's a lot of confusion going on. I apologize for that because with the view that I was getting, I thought he didn't fumble it until he went down. So that's my fault. Second
All
and 8.
good.
Shotgun 4 wide, 1 tight end. Motion left side. Gonna be a end around that
Oh!
goes nowhere.
That was supposed to go to CD Lamb.
Herbig brings him down in the backfield. Who's that?
That was supposed to
Turpin?
be a double reverse.
Oh, okay.
Watch this.
Oh, Guyton missed that.
Mm.
Oof.
No. It looks like CD Lamb just whiffed so bad on his block that he was in the backfield.
Shotgun 3rd and 14. Dak 5 wide. Takes a snap. Looking in the pocket. Going deep right side.
Wow.
Wide open. CD Lamb.
Wow.
Caught.
What a catch. What a throw.
In between the coverage. Gets the catch. Gets both feet in. Tiptoed. What a catch, dude. Wow.
Just stop it.
What a throw by Dak there. Got to give him credit. 3 for 34 yards already for CD Lamb. Prescott 6 of 8 for 61 yards. In the shotgun, 4 wide, 1 running back, changing the play at the line near midfield. Dak snaps the ball in the pocket, looking right side, throw, caught, and it's going to be CD Lamb one more time. Why not? Why not? First down.
Only 3 runs in the first quarter.
For -3 yards. so Nick was almost right about the negative yards, except this time it was the running game that's -3 yards.
They're like, you're gonna play that far off CD Lamb? Okay.
And then he goes for a punch. Not even a tackle. He goes for a punch. What is that? That's not football.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Dak, left side, gets it to Turpin. Speedster gets about 7 yards on the outside before going out of bounds.
And his offense is starting to roll.
Starting to get something going. Dallas trying to score. Mike Tomlin looks pissed.
That's a meme.
Mm-hmm. Kevontae Turpin.
It's like when your friend is lying to you. And you know it, but he doesn't.
Yeah. Hands it off right side. Dowdle, first down to the right side and more.
He's been impressive.
Has he? I feel like every time I see Dowdle's like stats they aren't very impressive, but I also don't really look at Dallas Cowboys stats that often, so I'm probably very wrong.
No, I think he had a good week last week.
Wow, okay. Well, so far so good. Good start. First quarter, 1:33 left and counting. Already in the red zone. Prescott changing something at the line, making adjustments.
Only 50 yards against the Giants, but that's good for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Snap, left side. Gets it to Tolbert for about a gain of about 4 yards to the 11 of the Steelers.
Dak Prescott is just really efficient right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing any negative plays. Offense is executing perfectly. Even these small plays, like just getting the ball out of his hands. Like I said, they're not going to run the football because they're not a running team. And the Steelers are the best at stopping the run. So how do you throw the ball but get a run play just like that?
Dowdle up the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. And there it is, Kyle, what you were just talking about. Steelers very good at stopping the run, and I mean that the stats prove it. They've just got absolute ballers on that
Mm-hmm.
defensive line. Third down and long coming up.
Yeah, their best bet is to spread out and just get the ball out of Dak's hand. Try to get 3 yards that way.
Let's see what the play call is here. Ferguson is in. I think a touchdown pass to him would be great right now, just for the Cowboys, not for my fantasy team. 3rd and 6. Shotgun. Dak Prescott motions Ferguson right side, looking in the pocket. And under pressure, sack lunch, strip sack. Steelers recover. Steelers ball. Oh my God. TJ Watt, an absolute force on the end.
How does he drop that ball?
End of the first quarter, 3-3. Kyle, we were both half right.
Do you think there'll be less commercials in this game because of the delay?
I hope so, because they played a shit ton of them during the delay. TJ Watt is committing war crimes against offensive linemen. Could not agree with that more, Nick. Wow.
He got sandwiched between two.
Bill said, and TJ was being held. That's how much of an absolute monster TJ Watt is. That whole Watt family is going to be just producing players for the next 3 decades for the NFL.
Yeah. There's got to be something to genetics.
Oh, 100%. I mean, what are they, like 6'5" each? Like 250 pounds? Like, these guys are monsters.
Man.
I wish I had those genetics.
I know, right? But then we wouldn't be here.
That's true. Having fun with all our boys. You're right. But it still would be sick to be at least 6 feet tall.
Or in the NFL.
Or in the NFL. We could have done it because I'm 33. I could have had an entire career. Let's say it was like a 7-year career. And then we could have started the podcast when we started it. And we
would have just been players.
Yeah, exactly. And then
it would be like Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce.
Exactly.
I would be a quarterback.
Yep, I would be a special teams returner on kickoffs and that spark running back type guy on 3rd downs.
You would be
like a Turpin almost.
Yeah, I was thinking
CMC. Yeah, me too.
No, who's that one returner that was like it started with a D? Not Devin Hester, really short. Darren Sproles.
Yeah, there you go.
You'd be like a Darren Sproles.
Yeah, I could fuck with that. I could fuck with Darren Sproles. He had a good career, man. He played a while too. Fast,
I would go for like a Drew Brees.
Yeah, quick. 1.5, 2 seconds, quick outs.
Get the ball out of my hands super quick. Be friends with Sean Payton. Win a Super Bowl.
Wow.
It's a good life.
TJ Watt, 100 sacks in 109 games. Second fastest behind Reggie White.
That's good company.
That is, very much so. He's been Defensive Player of the Year a couple times, right? Already?
TJ Watt? Yeah, he should have won it last year.
Yeah, he was.
We remember talking about him being snubbed.
Yep. Fields hands it off. Up the middle is going to be. It's not Warren. 35 Ward? Was it Ward? That was his name? I forget his name. Number 35 for the Steelers.
Yeah, that's the other guy. Yeah. I haven't seen Jaylen Warren. Is he hurt?
Good question. Let me look that up right now. Right
after this place. 3.
Yep, and there's a flag. Jaylen Warren. Yep, misses Jaylen Warren to miss week 5 versus Cowboys. Let's see what they say.
Oh, yeah. Knee.
Warren out for a second straight week. So it's his knee?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Non-participant in practice all week with a knee injury. Russell Wilson calf once again listed as a limited participant in practice.
He's
What's
got the eye
going on
black
with Russell Wilson and his calf? We'll talk about that after this play.
Fields in the pocket, quick throw right side, and I believe that's to Washington.
Yeah,
Your
Darnell
boy.
Washington and the Cowboys trying to hump him on the floor.
Extracurriculars going on.
Now they're fighting. Hey, you can't push the fucking ref. I don't know why I get so fired up when I see a big ass player in pads
Yeah.
push these referees. It's like,
You know what? Go ahead.
I don't know
sorry.
why it gets me so fired up.
Uh-huh.
It's like when I see like a student like hit their teacher. It just pisses me off.
Yeah. Or even like last season for me, what really pissed me off, and I think a lot of people, and you as well, probably number 7, whoever number 7 is for the Packers, when he pushed that
Quay
training
Walker.
staff members, Quay Walker, when he pushed that training staff member for the Bills, I believe, somebody,
That was
and he
the
was-
Lions game, I believe.
and he was trying to get through for the injury, and it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, don't do that, you know?
Oh yeah, that
43.
pissed me off. I remember
Yeah.
that live.
It's a bad look.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a false start on Freiermuth.
Wow. And what's crazy about this is that it was 3rd and 3 and the Steelers are at home. Very,
Yeah.
very undisciplined.
Oof.
Can't have that, dude. Can't have that. I mean, isn't that Mike Tomlin's thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that his team's, super well disciplined at least?
Yeah. At least
I
you'd
mean,
hope so.
Yeah, you would hope so. Pittsburgh's 15th right now in penalty yards per game.
3rd and 8. Shotgun. Fields takes a snap. Pressure from the Cowboys. Fields going to take it himself and get sacked. Lunched.
No.
Wow. All that
So
pressure.
just like
Fields can
that.
knock it out of it.
Just like that, the series ends for them. They're going to have to punt it. And
Yep.
I don't think the Cowboys are going to fumble the ball on this drive. They should already be up.
So this is also one of the things that I disliked about Justin Fields because, and there's the punt almost blocked. And
Yeah, the Cowboys did such a good job, though, of not running into the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
What
At
is
the
that?
34-yard line is where the Cowboys will start. This is also one of the things, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know how much of this is Justin's fault, but the pressure there by the Cowboys, you've got to let go of that to your guy over the middle. Like, you're going to be under pressure. It's going to be one of those, like, you have to release the ball quickly. And instead, he kind of tucks it and tries to make something of the play. I get that. I get you want to be Superman. I get you want to get that first down or at least get some positive yardage with the pressure. But you also got to release that ball quickly. So that's one of the things that I do not like about Justin Fields, whereas Caleb Williams now, in my opinion, does quite a bit at the line. He's able to realize this, realize that, and that's what all good quarterbacks do. The Sheriff, Peyton Manning, one of the guys, as well as Tom Brady, who like almost every play, right, would go back up to the line and be like saying something, Omaha, right?
Yeah.
And change a coverage, change a play, make sure everybody knew, hey, number this is going to rush or something. It's like, I don't know if Justin Fields can do that, and I think that was kind of pretty obvious there on that play.
Yeah, you saw today that exchange with Bo Nix and Sean Payton because Bo audibles out of shitty play calls that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
And Sean doesn't like that. But in a way, like, you want to see your quarterback. You want to see that at the line of scrimmage from your quarterback. You want to
100%.
see, like, okay, no, we gotta make some adjustments. Like, your head coach can help you. Once you get out there and you're lined up and you're at the line and you see, hey, the play call, they're running the perfect defense for the play call. Like, your coach can't help you anymore. It's up to you to be like, we're not doing this. This is what we're going to do. And you don't really see that from Justin Fields. Like, you don't see him. And that's really like what quarterbacking is. Like, Dak Prescott does that really well. Last year, like, when you talk about just like playing quarterback, so much of it is before the snap. It's, I mean, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning at the end of their career, they didn't take any sacks because they already knew where they were going with the ball just based on the defense they were running. And they were getting the ball out of their hands in 2-3 seconds tops.
Yep.
Justin Fields is kind of reactionary. He's not assertive.
He's not proactive, right? He's reactive.
Right.
Prescott hands the ball off left side. Going to go for about 4 yards. And I believe, is that Zeke? 15? No, Zeke is another number.
Yeah,
right?
Zeke's 15.
Okay, so it was Zeke. Left side for about 4 yards. Head coach will get over it, but Nix has to respect his coach and explain why he changed it. Trust builds over time. I don't know about has to explain it. I don't know about that. Like, I'm sure Nix is going to be like, hey, this is the reason, but I don't think he has to go into depth. As Dak in the pocket, quick throw right side to Turpin. Turpin gets another 4 yards. That's a face mask. There's the flag.
Well, if they're fighting about it, then he does. You know, I mean, obviously, if it works out, there's probably not a conversation because you're like Drew Brees said, he was like he's going to coach him really hard. But, like later in my career, if I threw a bad pick, like I knew that I fucked up. I didn't need him to come over and start bitching at me.
Right.
So, like he said, like Big Happy said, trust builds over time. And when you're a rookie, I think you got to explain yourself a little bit just so you can get on the same page. And that creates later where you don't have to explain yourself.
Agreed. Yeah. And I kind of was thinking like every single time for Big Happy's comment there, but no, that's right. You're right. Here we go. Back to pass. No, it's going to be a CeeDee Lamb end around, and he's going to get maybe a yard or two, depending on forward progress here.
So they're trying different ways to at least have some sort of running game. And that's right now including direct handoffs to CeeDee Lamb, which has worked really well. They did one of these last week. It worked really well. Dallas has to be creative because they can't just line up and run it.
2nd and 8 here. 15 rushing yards for Dallas. As you say that, only 15 rushing yards. Takes a snap.
Yes.
Dak,
yes.
Right side. Ferguson, baby. First down into the 20. 15 at about the 13-yard line. Ferguson with a great catch and run there.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing for Pittsburgh defensively. They know that Dallas is going to run it. So you see, like, it doesn't even look like they're playing man. They're running these zone concepts, and Dallas is just picking it apart.
Yeah.
We'll see if they switch. We'll see if they make any adjustments defensively.
And we got the Bears TV. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. 1st and 10 under center. Dak hands off. Zeke loses a yard on that run. Goes nowhere.
It's funny because it's like you want to keep running the ball just so you have to keep the defense honest, but it's like not working out for them. At all.
The rushing yards, the same amount as Zeke's number, 15. 2nd and 11. Dak in the shotgun. They have to get to the 3-yard line for a first down. At the 14-yard line, Dak takes the snap. Looking to pass. Rolling left. Nope. Is he going to throw it? Throws it out of bounds. Turpin was there. Yeah.
Out of bounds. Yeah, Dowdle has had the most carries. 4 carries for 15 yards. I think that's why I said Dowdle's doing pretty good is because, like, in comparison to Ezekiel Elliott, it's like at least he's getting positive yards. He had a 12-yard run. At least there's something there. But Zeke, I mean, in Turpin, and they even got CeeDee Lamb a carry. But altogether, 15 yards. 14.
And Tyler Guyton, rookie, getting looked at by some trainers right now on the field. We got number 66, Bass, as the possible backup here coming up. Fans ask, should Bears trade for Russell Wilson. Nick, no fans are asking that. Okay,
Who said
everyone's asking whether Malik Willis is the better quarterback. That's what they're asking.
that?
Not
I'll
not
take
if the
things that
Bears.
never happened for 500.
I'll take two things that never happened for 500, and you include this question by Nick. Oh, that's a good one. Nick swears to God that Russ is either going to be like a backup QB for the Bears, or he's going to like end up being like the offensive coordinator for the Bears one day. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. You're crazy.
All
And for all you
right. So
guys currently here, please like the stream. We would really, really appreciate it. If you liked, if you subscribed, you became a member, $2.99 a month. We would appreciate all of that. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
I got Jake Ferguson over 46.5 yards.
Oh, I
He
hope so.
after that last play, he has 27.
20 more yards.
20 more yards. Yeah.
That's all you
I
need.
mean, I don't know. I don't see the weather being a factor in this at all.
No, not anymore, especially because there's no more rain falling. And I thought the field was going to be a little bit worse because you saw how heavy that rain was falling. I thought it was going to be more of a factor. And really, I haven't seen anybody slip. I haven't seen anything that would pertain to a slippery field. So yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
the weather, the field, not a factor right now, one bit.
Conditions are good, and I think that plays into Dallas for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a huge benefit for them because all they can really do is pass the ball. But this is a really good defense, and I think Dallas is kind of moving the ball as they want. Like they're not really getting stopped. I mean, yeah, when they run the ball, they're not getting anywhere, but they're
Mm-hmm.
converting on third down. Let me see their third downs. Let's see. So they got one turnover, of course, the fumble, TJ Watt. That saved them from at least scoring 3.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh has 5 first downs so
Oh,
far,
really? Yeah.
and
Here we go.
Dallas has
3rd and
6.
11. They're looking for their 7th right here on this 3rd and 11, and a false start. Number
Oh my God.
78.
Unbelievable.
Bad penalty there for Steele. He's missed an assignment, and he just got a false start penalty. Not a great game in this first half so far.
I think everybody should play on grass.
I agree.
Like, I don't know why turf even exists. Like, it makes no sense to me.
3rd and 6. Prescott hands it off up the middle for about 4 yards to whoever number 40 is, Lupine.
Why not just throw a jump ball to CeeDee Lamb?
It's the same thing, really, at the end of the day, right?
Like, yeah, like you have Aubrey. What are you trying to make a 30-yard field goal more manageable? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You thought that he was going to actually pick up 18 yards or whatever? Is this a 50-yarder?
This is a 33-yarder, but apparently he has the longest streak of 50-yarders made.
Snap, I didn't know why they were pulling that stat up.
Kick is good, and that is good for me too, because that's an extra few points for my kicker.
Yeah, I have no idea why they ran the ball. They were just like, well, let's just take the 3 and not make a mistake. I'm pretty sure like you can throw a jump ball to CeeDee Lamb and he's gonna at worst not catch it. But he's like one of those guys that's so good. He's gonna at least almost catch it. I don't see it being a pick. Like I would like to see at least an opportunity.
Yeah, you still don't. I guess there you don't want to run the risk of even attempting a pass, a jump ball, and risking an interception, especially after the Dallas Cowboys on the other end of that field were, lucky enough to get that strip sack too. So I guess you don't want to run that one either. I also have Brandon Albutierick Brandon. Oh, Aubrey. I was like, Nick does this on purpose. Nick gives me autism on purpose. Shoujo boy, Charger Nation coming for that dub next week against y'all. Against us? No, against the Broncos. Yeah. I was like against the Broncos. Shoujo already talking that trash, Kyle.
How many games did they win last year against us?
I feel like that is a zero question. Is it?
All I'm saying is last year, the Broncos struggled massively. But one area that they haven't struggled in their entire organization is with the Chargers. They are our little brother of the division.
And a run here to the right side by Najee Harris goes about 4 yards. Second down coming up for the Steelers. I don't even see the kick. Did you see the kick? I don't remember seeing the kickoff.
Yeah, the Chargers are 55-72 against the Broncos.
And with this Broncos defense, Shoujo, I don't know, man. It might be a tough go for Herbert and this team. Najee Harris right side again is going to get a first down after a 6-yard run. Shoujo said, like a Cowboys fan once said, that was last season. It's a new season this year. And a stray caught by the Cowboys by Shoujo. You got to love it. You got to love it there. That was a good one.
Yeah, and they had extra time to rest for the game. So that could help out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lost the last 3 in a row versus us. So
Fields hands it off again. Najee Harris, a healthy dose of Najee Harris on this drive so far for about 3 yards.
We've won 8 of the last 11. So
you said what?
We've won 8 of the last 11 meetings.
Recency favors the Broncos. You fail to recognize, Shoujo, that we are winning the Super Bowl. I love that.
Is Russell Wilson actually hurt?
Some say no.
What is he doing?
He's a cheerleader right now. Field right side, running the ball himself, takes it to the outside corner, and is about a yard or two short of the first down.
Oh, I think he got it. No. It looked like he might have squeaked in, but they're marking it short.
I think he's short. So far, 73 yards on 18 attempts and 1 touchdown.
I'm going to put a hoodie on.
Designed runs. Future Bears OC on TV for Rick. He's preparing to be standing on a sideline in Chicago, Kyle. That's what he's doing. He's getting that calf warmed up, Kyle, for future head coach, offensive coordinator opportunities. I think I could see Russ not doing that and just being a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like being a celebrity person. Fields fakes the handoff, rolling right, gonna take it himself. Oh, he might be short. Oh, that's a 4th down. That's short. Great job there by the Dallas defense. It looked like a play action pass. He rolled out right. And Justin just laid the shoulder down and protected the ball, tried to get through the defense of the Cowboys, but was stopped just short of the first down. Ooh, I like that vest.
It's puffy.
Did he? You can't do that, dude. You can't be friends with him right now.
No Diddy.
Fourth and inches, no Diddy. Looks like a QB sneak coming up here. Motions Freiermuth right behind him, and it's going to be a tush push. First down, Steelers. That's how you do it. That's how you do a quarterback sneak. Love it.
You sound like your team has had some bad QB sneaks recently.
I don't think the Bears have had any quarterback sneaks.
Oh, Caleb Williams is above that, huh?
He is. Remember, he's got.
Did you see me getting my nails done? I was like getting my Caleb Williams on.
I fucking love it, dude. Kyle got that Washington Tech bro fit. First and 10. Najee up the middle. Gets through and gets about 6 yards on that play. Great push by the offensive line there.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Are the Steelers going to score a touchdown on this drive?
Oh, man.
I'm going to say yes.
My initial thought, gut feeling, yes, as well. But I stopped myself. Oh, fuck it. I'll go yes. I'll go with my gut feeling. 2nd and 4. Under center
I don't think
field.
they're going to get it, though.
And gets stopped behind the line. Najee Harris tried to run the ball right side, loses about a yard.
Hey, I'm like Arthur Smith. Hold on.
You got to grow that mustache real quick. Now Kyle just looks like a fuck boy. 3:35 and counting. Are you going to be in a Chili's commercial with Dan Campbell?
I'm 25, 34, 33.
3rd and 5. Fields, shotgun, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Snap in the pocket. Looking to pass. Rolling left. Rolling. Pass. Down left. Almost picked to Pickens. Almost picked.
Bro, have you thought about buying Bitcoin?
I'm going to need you to settle the fuck down before it becomes a real thing for you.
Dude, right now they're doing a free giveaway. You're literally getting 1 million Bitcoin for free for the price of 5 if you refer 3 people. I don't even like telling people about it because it sounds too good to be true. But sometimes it is too good to be true. It feels like we're stealing this crypto, dude.
I only tell my best boys about this deal.
It's not a pyramid scheme. You know why? Because everyone wins. There's nobody at the bottom, dude. We're all at the top. Dude, I'm going to Cabo next weekend. I'm going to Cabo.
Start. 5-yard penalty for the Steelers, and Kyle is going to Cabo.
Would I be able to go to Cabo if I was not doing well? Come on.
That's true. That's true.
Of course I'm doing well.
At the 15. Kyle, you're such a silly goose, dude. Get back in the pond. Get back in the pond, you silly goose. Throw your Dan Quinn hat backwards and get back in the pond.
All right. We're back.
All right. Forgot to update the score. 6-3.
Dan Campbell
Cowboys.
does Applebee's commercials, but never goes to Applebee's.
Have you actually been to Cabo before? I have not. Not yet.
I
I'm
haven't.
going to make it there. I will make it there eventually. I'm going to go to Dominican Republic first.
There's a couple places that I would like to go first.
Like Nebraska,
honestly,
right? Yeah.
No, I was gonna say honestly, there's still a lot of I don't know, like I love traveling around America because our country's so different. Like our country is like
True.
4 different countries, 5 different countries in one.
True.
You get mountains, you can get ocean, but there's still some states I haven't really been to yet. I'd like to explore more around like the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
I want to
really
go
been to
take
the
a trip over there.
Northeast.
Yeah, I did Boston for school.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you were
did.
there, right?
I was there for the end of that.
Yeah, I got alcohol poisoning in Boston.
Shoujo said dub multi-level marketing sales pitch. So see, Shoujo's gonna buy your Bitcoin, dude. Bill said we got off the shore boat when we were on a cruise and all the police had M4s on the dock. I was like, oh shit, these guys aren't effing around. They're not.
Yeah.
Not down there in Mexico, they're not. Absolutely not. But so you've done Boston. Where else in the Northeast?
Um, New York. I've been in New York 3 times. Um, Maine. Um,
Technically, yes, me too.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, where in Pennsylvania did you do Philly?
Um, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I don't remember it like well enough. It was my girlfriend at the time was from there, so we kind of like
Ah,
drove
gotcha.
through it. But I was 19 at the time, so
Oh, okay.
I'd like to go back. Yeah, I've always wanted to live in Boston. Like I don't know why. I think it's just like there's like you ever get like a nostalgia for a place that you've never lived?
Sometimes, yeah. And
Yeah, it's
Boston's
hard to
Boston's a
explain.
very historical city too for the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've always liked like the accent and they love football and I can relate to
True.
that. Um
Incomplete pass there for Dak on 2nd and 4. Going to be
I like
third and
Mark
four.
Wahlberg.
You like Wahlburgers?
I like Mark Wahlberg, so I always thought like it'd be cool. And for people that don't know me, I'm kind of a nomad. Like I just move around to different states. I don't really settle down in one
Mm-hmm.
place. So I always thought it'd be cool for maybe like 2 to 5 years to live in Boston.
That'd be different. That'd be very different. 3rd and 4. Dak 4 wide, 1 running back. Trying to get a first down here. Takes snap in the pocket. Looking. Going deep left side. Wide open is
Wow,
Tolbert for like a 40-yard gain.
wow,
Dallas moving down the field. 2 minutes, 15 seconds and counting right now.
that
Driving a
is
C
crazy.
quadruple.
How do you get that wide open? So he's playing the short stuff. It looks like Dak must have been looking to the right, looking off that safety. I wish
Mm-hmm.
I could see his eyes on the replay because he was
Wow.
probably maybe even pumping to the right side to keep that safety frozen and then fired a bullet before the safety could get over.
Yeah. Great throw. Great catch. 2-minute warning. Left in the first half.
Yeah, the Northeast is like the only place I haven't explored. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
driven from Florida to California, and then I've done Florida to Washington State, but going through Maryland, I've hit every state besides the Northeast. Like, there's not a state I haven't been to besides South and North Dakota, which I actually really want to go to.
Yeah,
Um,
South and North Dakota are very, very like different.
yeah, and they have like the Washington, what is not the Washington Monument, the what is it? The
The
forefathers.
the
What are those called? The rocks.
oh my god. What are they called? It's the four presidents carved into the
Yeah.
rock.
What is it? Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Um. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, being a flight attendant, you get to go to a lot of different places. I mostly just went to Cuba, but you get to fly for free, so I would just go to different places. Um. But yeah, I pretty much I've hit Arizona, Oregon, Washington, California, New Mexico, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Chicago,
Yo.
or Illinois.
Bruh.
Um, Colorado, Nebraska. I've driven through Nebraska, Ohio. But yeah, the Northeast is like its own thing that I haven't really got to like really drive through. Like I want to go to Rhode Island. I
Yeah.
want to go back, like go through Philadelphia. There's a couple other, like I really want to go to Buffalo
Mm-hmm.
and see the
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Yeah, I think
That's
that'd be
Niagara
cool.
Falls is dope, dude. You got to do Maid of the Mist, which is the boat that gets right
Yeah. I know that's
So
what's in Bruce Almighty. I'm
Yeah,
here
there
with
you
Maid of
go.
the Mist.
Yep.
Why didn't I get the job? Are my teeth not white enough? Or like the Great Falls, is my life eroding beneath me? Eroding.
Roding. First and 10, up the middle, run by Dowdle is going to go for 5 yards. Nick said, trivia. Does Rick know who's on Mount Rushmore? Walter Payton, Brian Urlacher, Sid Luckman probably, and a throw here by Dak to Dowdle for a first down into the red zone for Dallas. A minute 36 and counting for Dallas. Honestly, Nick, I know it's Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and I forget the other two.
Thomas
Roosevelt?
Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah.
Yep, Theodore Roosevelt. Yep, there you go.
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah.
Yep, first and 10. Dak looking, throw, right side. Ferguson, another catch for about 5-6 yards. Kyle, we're getting there. We're getting over the 40. 46.
We are.
39 yards. He needs 7 more yards. Or 8 more yards. Sorry. Second five.
He'll get it. He'll get it right here on this play.
Throw left side. Intercepted.
What the hell was that?
Miscommunication between Dak and I believe that was CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, he did not.
Oh.
He thought CD was going to stop and CD kept running. And 26, I can't read his last name because of his dreads, but he just sat on it right here. He's like, oh, okay. Dude, that must be the best feeling ever. When you see the ball just coming right at you and you're like, oh, I'm so picking this. That split second is such a good feeling. You're just like, oh my God, I'll take it.
Nick said, yeah, that's right. Now, what's the Bears' current quarterback Rushmore? All right.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler's on
Jay
there.
Cutler's on your Mount Rushmore.
He's a good quarterback, dude. He did really well.
The fact that Jay Cutler is on your Mount Rushmore is laughable.
There has never been a better offense of the Bears
problem
since Jay Cutler, and that offense was deadly. That offense was deadly in that time.
How many playoff wins did you guys get with that deadly quarterback?
I believe 4 playoff wins. 4 to 5. Ha, gotcha ass. So Jay Cutler's definitely on there.
No, that's not good.
I gotcha ass. Jay Cutler's definitely on there. McMahon is on there for winning the Super Bowl.
Jay Cutler has 1 playoff win with the Bears.
That's it. Really? Oh shit.
1.
Okay. So McMahon and Sid Luckman, and we are currently carving in Caleb Williams. There's no way Jay Cutler only has 1 with the Bears. I thought it was more.
Yeah, I know you did. No, that's why I asked, because I and then you said 4 and I was like, oh, I guess I'm fucked up. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh no, he's fucked up.
2011.
Yeah.
They beat Seattle in the divisional, and then they lost against Green Bay in the championship because he got hurt. I do remember that. Fuck, I thought it was like 4.
Yeah, dude. No, Jay Cutler is like not somebody that you would carve on a mountain.
Yeah, but when you look at the Bears quarterback history, you kind of got to do. That's one of their best ones. And that offense, look, for the Packers, were so good that year. And years, I think it was like 2009, 2012, after that, 11, we just got the shit end of the stick. Like when we got Cutler, the Packers were better. With Aaron Rodgers, with obviously 5, 6, 7 years.
His best season was in 2010 when he had that 1 playoff win, and he threw for 3,200 yards. That's that crazy offense, 3,200 passing yards.
Yeah, it was good.
Dude, it's 3,000 yards. It's not like
up the middle, maybe 35, no gain. What do you want me to tell you? The Bears were a bad team. They had great defense, they had great running backs, and the quarterbacks were just never there. Jay Cutler, in that period that he was on the Bears, the offense was one of the best offenses. They were a high-powered offense. They were, and that's just facts. Whether or not his stats were more than 4,000 yards or whatever, the Bears offense was one of the better offenses in the league in that span. And that's just facts. At least in terms of like the Bears in history wise.
2010, the Patriots went 18-0 and had Randy Moss, and Tom Brady threw for 50 touchdown passes. I don't think they were one of the better offenses.
When you compare it to Tom Brady and Randy Moss and 50 touchdowns, yes, but in the
you're saying one of the better offenses, like compared to who?
It
to
was.
Who? Like in
look
the NFL?
At all the other. Look up all 32 offenses and tell me 10 that were better than the Bears at that point in time.
New Orleans,
just because you're looking
Buffalo,
up Tom Brady in his prime doesn't mean that the Bears didn't have a good offense.
The Bears didn't.
Peyton
in 2010,
Manning at
which
that
was
time.
Jay Cutler's best season was in 2010.
It wasn't his best season. It was his playoff season.
That was his best season. But the Patriots, Chargers, Eagles, Colts, Raiders, Atlanta, Green
You're cutting off a little bit. He had 3,600 yards in 2009. He had over 3,000 in 2012. He had 3,800 yards in 2014. He had almost 3,700 yards in 2015. In that span, that was one of the highest powered offenses in the league, dude. How are you what are you talking about? And Kyle cut off at the worst moment in time. I like this one. Cutler win is more recent than the Raiders playoff win. Brandon Marshall and Matt Forte, they were pretty solid. They were. That's what I'm saying. Rick booted Kyle for speaking the truth. And it's halftime. Steelers whipped the interception at the goal line. Mike Tomlin 2-1 this year when trailing at half. But Steelers with an interception there.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good now. We can see you now too. You're not cutting off anymore.
What happened? My whole thing shut up.
I was literally schooling you on Jay Cutler's season with the Bears, and then you.
What year did you say?
3 other years other than his 2009 season or 2010 season. 2009, 3,600 yards. With the Bears.
So 2009 was his best season?
2012, over 3,000 yards passing. 2014,
what's his best season?
3,800 yards probably 2014. And then 3,659 in 2015. Like when I tell you that
2014 was his best season.
So when I tell you
the Bears didn't even have they were the 23rd best offense, averaging 19.9 points per game. That's not like one of the best offenses in the NFL. It's the best for the Bears, maybe.
With 3,800 yards from your quarterback? Dude, 2014, whether or not that was the Bears in general were scoring a lot of points, that's probably because their offensive coordinator was bad. What I'm saying is Jay Cutler with the Bears was some of the best quarterbacking offensive football the Bears have had in any time. But you're comparing it to Tom Brady.
The Bears were 26th in passing yards per game in 2014, 165 passing yards per game.
And so you're just going to laugh at 3,800 yards and be like, yeah, that's not good?
Yeah. Not when you're 26th in the NFL.
In passing yards per game. So
yeah,
you guys in
2014, you guys had 165 passing yards per game. That's not good.
He had 28 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's not good. In 2014,
what? If it's
Manning
not good
had 55 touchdowns the year before
Manning, Brady, Roethlisberger, Drew Brees, bring up all these Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Why don't you? He played in a league where these quarterbacks were killing
they had one of the best offenses in the league.
For the Bears in the league, whatever. They were still a
for the
high-powered
Bears.
offense.
I totally get it. I'm with you for the Bears. You said for the league, and I'm like, that's not true.
They were up there in terms of offense during
In
Cutler's
what
time.
stat? Not in passing yards, not in scoring.
In general.
I don't know
the
what
Bears
your argument
with
is.
Alshon Jeffrey, with who's the other wide receiver you guys had that you traded to the Bears?
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall, 1 and 2. Matt Forte is running back. Like, they were one of the fucking high-powered offenses in that span. Whatever year that was, it was one of those years
For the Bears.
in probably the league too. They probably had to be up there in like top 10 one of those years. Kyle, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your camera's like really glitchy right now. Kyle? Stop breaking up at this crucial period in time. Are you back? No, your camera is super glitchy.
I think I'm back.
You're not. Your camera's glitchy, but can you hear me and can you talk? Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Kyle's camera's processing the Jay Cutler glazing. Rick was proving his point, and just then Rick cuts out. I just like weird forgot I have problems and not Rick. I'm not used to this. Oh, you guys. Kyle, we need Kyle back because this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Bullshit. Halftime 6-3. Broncos. Not Broncos. Cowboys having a great time right now, up 6-3. We finally get Kyle to quit talking. Jeez Louise. Jay Cutler, Bears ring of game quarterback. It's halftime. We're not missing anything. Let him restart his stuff. That's true. That's true. He's gonna be restarting here in a bit. Let's see. 12 seasons for the Bears. Okay. Oh, that was total. I just don't see like how Cutler was just a gunslinger. He went 7-9 the year he threw for 3,600 yards.
Can you hear me?
Kyle, you back finally?
I had to shut my computer down.
Oh, thank God. Did you restart?
Yeah, is it better?
Yeah, now you're not cutting out.
Okay.
You little stank ass.
So anyway, you're saying that the Bears' best season was in 2014.
No, I'm not saying their best season was any season. I'm saying Jay Cutler's best season was probably the 2014 season where he had 3,812 yards passing, 28 touchdowns. He had a ton of interceptions, but that's just Jay Cutler as a gunslinger in general. What I'm saying is the Bears' offense in that span of time was one of the best offenses the Bears have ever had. Like,
okay, the Bears. I can
output.
agree. I can agree with that. I have no argument.
But you're throwing out Brady and Bannon. It's like, no shit. He's better than Jay Cutler.
You said it was one of the most high-powered offense in the NFL. That's where I'm like, breaks. Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, all these guys were way better than Jay Cutler ever sniffed.
Not
and the
Jay
stats back
Cutler.
it up.
The offense was good. I don't care
But
about
not even 20
singular
points
people.
a game.
No, it doesn't matter about singular people. Of course, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger, all these guys were better than Cutler. I'm talking about the offense as a whole. We had Matt Forte. We had Olsen.
What do you use to measure how good your offense is if you're not using points?
If we're not okay, so you could put points as a stat. Absolutely, that's fine. What I'm saying is,
you guys didn't get 20
individual people. Hold on. What I'm saying is, individually, you can't compete with Brady and Manning in that era. You're saying, oh, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. No shit. He's better than Cutler will ever be.
But you said one of the best in the NFL, but then you're saying you can't compete with those guys. So are those guys in the NFL?
Compete. Those guys were not the only part of the offense. The quarterback is the most important position. They're not the only part. Your wide receivers got to catch balls. Your running back got to establish the run. What I'm saying is, when Jay Cutler was quarterback of the Bears, they had one of the better offenses that the Bears have ever had in recent memory. Correct.
The Bears have ever had.
Correct.
I agree with that. I've said it 5 times. I just
said
you
your original
comment about how they were one of the best in the league. That 2014 season, if you do team yards per game, the Bears were ranked 28th. So, yeah, maybe that's the best for the Bears, but there's 27 teams that were getting more yards per game than the Bears. So, no, I'm not going to just be like, yeah, they were one of the best in the league. It's not the case.
Yeah, but you were bringing up individual quarterbacks, and it's like, yeah, no shit. Cutler, in reference to Bears quarterbacks, has been one of the better quarterbacks. But you're bringing up, Tom Brady and Randy Moss. Like, no shit, Tom Brady and Randy Moss are better than Cutler and Brandon Marshall.
I'm saying even yards per game, right?
Yeah, but again, you're bringing up people that are Hall of Famers. Cutler is never going to be Hall of Famer.
Well, what about yards per game? Isn't that a way to measure how good your offense is? How many yards you're getting per game?
Sure. Okay,
and you're
let's
28.
use that. What I'm saying is
so it's not one of the best in the league.
One of the best that the Bears have had in recent memory.
Okay, I agree with that. But your original comment was one of the best in the NFL at that time.
And even then, the Bears are still pretty damn good.
Okay, we can agree.
Comparably
to the Bears.
Comparably to the Bears.
Okay, I agree with that.
Because even their defense was good, the entire team. But it's like you were bringing in Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
You said one of the best in the league at that time.
They were still a high-powered offense. Like, it doesn't matter.
High-powered is 27th in the league. Not so much.
In what stat? One stat, dude?
No, in points, in yards, in every category. I've gone through points. You didn't even get 20 points per game. I mean, you got 310 yards of total offense per game. That's with the Jets and Jaguars at the very bottom of the NFL. And this is your best league. Like, when you got the top teams in the league at that time getting 400, like Denver, Detroit, New Orleans, and New England were getting 400 yards of offense per game. You guys were getting 28th. So, I'm not going to be like, yeah, they were right up there with with all the great offenses. They weren't. Maybe for the Bears at that time, it was like, this is the best offense the Bears have had, which I could totally get down with. But once you say oh yeah, they were up there with all the best offenses, it's like, in what metric? In points? No. In yards? No. In rushing yards? No. Passing yards? No. So what are we using to measure this? Just the fact that the Bears were better than they normally are?
Exactly.
That translate to being one of the best in the league. That just means that's the best the Bears have been.
They were still a very high-powered offense during Cutler's time. Regardless, for the Bears, in that aspect, yes. For the Bears. In that aspect.
For the Bears. I know, we agree on it, but you keep sliding in the league part. You keep sliding that in.
The thing is, you were bringing in Tom Brady and all these guys, and I'm like, okay, I get that. That's fine. They were in the league at the same time Jay Cutler was. But they were winning games. They were going to the playoffs in 2010. Yes, they didn't have any other playoff games after that. They were losing games left and right because of the lack of yards and points per game. I can also agree with that. But comparably to the Bears, because you were like, what was the first thing you said to get into this conversation? The fact that Jay Cutler is on your Mount Rushmore. Okay, yes. That's the best the Bears have done since McMahon. What do you want me to say to that?
I just wanted you to say that they weren't one of the best in the league.
They were one of the best in the league when Cutler was in there. Comparably to the Bears and their history, yes. They're one of the best.
Yeah, just Bears. Only Bears history.
Just Bears history.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I have agreed on that 20 minutes ago.
Okay. But why did you bring up Tom Brady and Drew Brees?
Because you said that you know what you're doing. Yeah, I've already told you 5 times. It was because you said they were up there with all the best offenses in the league, and they weren't.
Okay, they weren't. Then fine, we're done with that conversation.
That's all. That's why I brought those other guys up, because I was talking about their offenses that were actually the top of the league in the years that you were claiming that they were. And I was like,
the years I was claiming was Jay Cutler's best seasons. His best seasons as the quarterback.
Okay, I misunderstood, because I thought you were saying that the Bears were some of the best Jay Cutler's best years were some of the best years for the Bears. They were at the top of the league. They were up there with, all the best offenses in the league. That's how it sounded to me. And
I meant strictly Cutler's best seasons. That's what I meant. That's where we got lost in translation.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You little stink ass, little silly ass goose.
All right. I'm trying to open my YouTube back up.
And Bill, you're right. We were carried by our defense with Urlacher, with Briggs, most of those years. Like a very, very 95% of those years, we were carried by them. 100%.
Oh, wait,
because we only won 7 games our first year with Cutler. And the fact that we even got to 7 was kind of surprising. As we get into the third quarter, Dallas is kicking off to the Steelers, and it's going to land in the landing zone at around the 3-yard line. Steelers going to return this, and they get to about the 27-yard line. Kyle, who's winning this game now? 6-3.
I'm still going Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm still going Cowboys too. What is that? What the hell is that? I'm still going Cowboys. 1st and 10. Fields fakes the toss under pressure. Running back left. Passes it out of bounds.
Okay, I'm back.
John
I didn't have the game up.
Okay, I've got flag. Fields looking.
Wheat. You see Wheat hitting Justin Fields. Oh!
And hit.
Damn, he hit him hard.
God, he did hit him hard.
Damn. Was he slow to get up?
I don't remember seeing that part. Oh, but it was a helmet to helmet. Let's see what the call is. Timeout for medical. Personal foul.
Oh, is Russell Wilson about to come in the game?
No way.
Dude, Russell Wilson's coming in. He's got to go to the medical tent.
Dude, did you see what happened to Josh Allen?
What do you mean? Oh, the helmet hit?
It hit the floor. He went to the sidelines. Yeah, you were here. We were streaming the first slate. And then, oh no, it's Kyle Allen, who's the backup right now.
What? How is Russell Wilson third?
because of his calf, I guess. Anyway, Josh Allen hit his head. A lot of people were saying that he was out cold after he hit his head, and that he went to the sidelines and then came back in a couple of plays later, and people were like,
he said it was a shoulder injury, though.
Well, the way he hit his head, and you had pointed it out during the stream, like it looked bad. It looked bad.
It did, but he was also like, after a person's like concussed, you see like them like kind of wobbly or not able to kind of make like eye contact. Like he seemed like he was all the way there. Like he was like, no, I'm good. Like it didn't seem like, I don't know. To me, it seemed like he was all the way there. There's a lot of plays where they hit the helmet on the ground like that, and sometimes they get knocked out. Sometimes they're okay. It's hard to tell why sometimes it doesn't result in, you know, these unconscious players, and sometimes they're totally fine. But I think he definitely was like fucked up for a second, but I don't know if it was actually his head or something else.
And Kyle Allen is officially in the game. I don't know. There was a lot of things going on Twitter where they were like, how are they just letting this guy come in after
Texan fans that didn't want to lose? They're like, what the fuck? Dude, the NFL does not take player safety serious.
And let's be real, they don't. They really don't. For the most part, they kind of don't. But I think that's a good argument as to what happened there with Josh Allen, because you see this happen to any other quarterback, they're not coming in 2 plays later. They're staying out the rest of the series, in my opinion, like what I've seen too.
Yeah. I can't believe that Russell Wilson's not in.
Yeah, Kyle Allen under center. Snap.
Kyle Allen.
Najee, 4 yards. What'd you say?
One of Denver's starting quarterbacks in search for our franchise.
Was he really?
Yep, he's on that list of 12 quarterbacks.
Oh, no way.
Dude, like every backup in the league is basically ours.
Nathan Peterman, Stidham. Is Russ healthy? I guess not. Bridgewater.
Yeah, I guess not.
2nd and 5, Kyle Allen back to pass, going over the middle, caught.
Oh my God.
Freiermuth.
What if
down?
What if he looks better than Justin Fields?
I don't doubt it, dude. Every backup for the Bears that came in for Justin Fields looked better than him for a couple series.
Here comes Fields.
Yeah, for a couple series, I will say. Flacco is an ancient motherfucker. That he is, but he threw for like 400 yards today, so he's a fucking baller.
Yeah. I want to see more Kyle Allen. Longest play for the Steelers all night, Kyle Allen. And now Justin Fields.
Throw right side, caught. Number 11. I don't know who that is. Is that? No, it's not Pickens.
3.
Jefferson. Oh, is that Van Jefferson?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And Jefferson first down, again. Jefferson again, yeah. So I did tell Kyle this before Nick hitting me with body shots again. No Cordell. I did talk to Kyle earlier before. It's around 8:30 my time here on the West Coast, so I am actually going to get out of here. I wish there was not a delay on this game to stay with you guys for the rest of it. But I'm going to be heading out. I got work in the morning. Kyle does too. So if we cut the stream a little bit early, you know why. It's getting late, but I will see you guys for Monday Night Football tomorrow. Kyle, I will see you for Monday Night Football tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a good time. Have a good night. And no, I'm not leaving because of the argument with Kyle and I. I swear I'm not leaving because of that.
I have the receipts.
He's got the receipts. Don't show the receipts. They're like fucking CVS receipts. They're so long.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Oh, touchdown.
Wow.
Justin Fields, to Hayward. Touchdown. And that's what I get to leave with on a Connor Hayward touchdown. Steelers are up 9-3.
This is going to be I'm just going to pee really quick.
All right. Go do that pee. Bill said stay for a sec. Now I have to for sure. And we got Nash in the chat. Nash, tough loss for the Bills today. Hope Josh Allen's all right. We were just talking about him earlier. CVS. Night, Rick. Night, guys. I'm going to wait till Kyle gets back. Oh, and the Steelers missed the extra point, or was it going? Oh, it did go through. All right. So I'll update the ticker one last time before I get out of here. Steelers go up 10-3 after Justin Fields gets a passing touchdown to Connor Hayward. I tried to not spoil it. Appreciate it, Bill. So Steelers actually up now 10-6, I should say, not 10-3. Steelers up in the third quarter. Kyle, everyone, always a good time. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
Y'all too. See you.
All right. Substitute teacher is in. I am going to guide you guys to the rest of this game, or as much as I can get through. I'm going to try to see how fast it goes by. It's 10:30 my time. I got to get up early in the morning for work as well, but I'm going to see how fast the second half kind of goes by. Jake Ferguson having a pretty good night for the Cowboys. Let's see. Fearmouth has 2 catches on the day. CeeDee Lamb, Najee Harris. Actually, that was the first touchdown of the game. Bill said DJ did nothing wrong the last 2 games. Nick said, ask the NFL if they got a good primetime game, and they'll be like, we got abysmal dog shit. DJ did nothing wrong the last 2 games. It is true. We got the best game of the season last Thursday night with the Falcons and the Bucs. The Cowboys and the Giants game was really good. All the Sunday night, I feel like this has been the best primetime football actually of maybe ever in my memory since doing the podcast for sure. Because remember all those years where we were like, why is it the Browns and the, whoever on primetime? It feels like lately it's been actually pretty good matchups. Justin Fields with 68 passing yards. Dak Prescott with 188. George Pickens only has 8 receiving yards. Pat Freiermuth has 18. CeeDee Lamb has 4 catches. George Pickens has 1. George Pickens has 1 catch. I would like to see him get a little more involved in this one. So the first touchdown goes to what? Freiermuth? Man, that interception to CeeDee Lamb is looking a little more costly right now. I got raided by Tom Grassi. That is sick. I didn't even know that you had a podcast. That's sick. Are you podcasting now? Here we go. Dak Prescott under center looking over the middle. Tolbert. First down. National Nutball Feed. We call it the Laughable Football League. That's awesome, Nash. Congrats on the raid. Minka Fitzpatrick. All right, here we go. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, off the hands of Jake Ferguson. He wants a penalty. It did look like there was a good amount of contact there. I thought there was some. Let's see. No, I think that was perfect contact. What do you guys think? I thought that was good contact. Zeke with the carry. Zeke has 3 carries, 8 yards. Better nights from him for sure. Third and 5. Joey Porter 1-on-1 with CD. Let's see if he takes a shot. Going downfield. Turpin wide. I won't say wide open, but open enough. And Turpin with a big play downfield. And Nick, good night, brother. Thanks for coming in. Nick at night. Good night. Good night, Nick. Nick, Nickelodeon. And then Bill said, damn. All right, Dak. Oh, batted down at the line. Deflected at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Dak looking. Sack lunch. Uh-oh. This is going to be holding. Offense is going to be decline. Third down. TJ Watt, man. He's such a menace. Wow. I don't think he dipped down underneath him like Collinsworth is saying. It seemed more like a bull rush. Third and 17. Here we go. Dak over the middle. They're in the red zone. Jake Ferguson with another catch. 38-yard field goal attempt, and they're going to have to just kick it. Brandon Aubrey. Made from 55, made from 33. This one's going to be, what, 37? 38? Snap, hold. Blocked. Wow. Somehow the Steelers. I don't understand how this is happening. It's so weird. Dak Prescott has 240 passing yards. And they have 6 points. CeeDee Lamb has 4 catches. I mean, it's weird how they haven't been able to capitalize. You got the blocked field goal, the interception in the end zone. Steelers are hanging in there. Bill said there were like 3 to 4 blocked field goals there, right? Yeah, so the Giants had one. This game had one. I know there was a couple others. I can't remember. Was it the Jets and the Vikings game? I think the Vikings blocked one. Mike Vandergit forever a hero in Steelers allure. Not so much in Indy. Bend, don't break. Yeah, that's got to be the message right now for the Cowboys. Imagine if they had Micah Parsons and Lawrence out there. Like when I'm Lake Placid. That's hilarious. Got to watch out for those pineal fractures. All right. Justin Fields, 68 yards passing. 68 yards passing. Embrace the struggle, said it. And then it was Adam Vinatieri from the Patriots to the Colts. And then Ginger said that one stings. Why did it sting if he went from the Patriots to the Colts? And I remember didn't he have playoff game winning field goals against the Colts? Yeah. Colts were amazing. The Colts were awesome. It's funny that people are like, Manning could never win the big game, but yet the guy went to 4 Super Bowls, you know? John Elway went to 5 Super Bowls. It's like, you got guys like Brett Favre who went to 1 Super Bowl. And well, no, Brett Favre went to 2. Because didn't they? No. Brett Favre only went to 1, I believe. Oh my gosh, Najee Harris with a screen. All right. All I'm saying is that there are quarterbacks out there that get a pass. And for some reason people were really hard on Peyton Manning, but he was one of the best, man. Watch out. Archie Manning looks like he's going to be another really great Manning. Justin Fields, 1st and 10. Pressure coming, rolling out, and it looks like, yep, throwing it away. Vanderjack me missed that kick against the Steelers by like 30 yards. Colts signed him via free agency. I remember like being a kid at that time and not realizing that happened and just being like, what's going on? Here we go. God, I don't know why this is being so shitty tonight. Here we go. Why is it so blurry? Steelers are going to have to punt it here. Ooh. Went into the end zone. There's a flag down. Ooh. If accepted, it'll be the 12th of the night. Half the distance to goal from the 20-yard line. So half the distance of the goal, so it'll go to the 10. At that point, isn't it just a 10-yard penalty like regular? That's kind of weird. At the time when Steelers beat Indy and then Broncos, Jake Plummer was the QB. Plummer was cheeks? Are you crazy? Dude, Plummer led the Broncos to a 13-3 season. We had 2 running backs that went over 1,000 yards. Tatum Bell and Mike Anderson were over 1,000 yards. Jake Plummer was good. Look up the Broncos in the 2006 season. Let's see. 2006, I believe it was. Maybe. Oh, no, it was 2004. Yeah, Denver was 7th passing yards per game, 250 passing yards per game. The Colts were 1st with 294. So 40 more passing yards per game. But let's look at rushing yards per game. Let's see. 2006. Oh, wait. 2004. Denver had 142 rushing yards per game. Let's just look at total offense. Total offense, yards per game. 2004. Well, technically, wasn't it 2003 because 2004 was the playoffs? Yeah, Denver was 7th, was the 7th best offense in the league. And that year, Seattle and Pittsburgh went to the Super Bowl. 2004, yeah. In 2003, with Jay Cutler, Denver was 7th best offense in the league. In 2004, Denver was the 4th best offense, almost 400 yards of offense per game. I'm not saying Jake Plummer was great, but he wasn't cheeks. He was not cheeks. As somebody that remembers vividly watching Jake Plummer, he was actually the first quarterback as a young Broncos fan that, I mean, he took us to the AFC Championship game. We played a really close game against the Steelers. Beat the Patriots, had home field advantage, beat the Patriots in the divisional round. John Lynch, Champ Bailey, Mike Shanahan was in his prime. Ooh, run up the middle. Ooh, first down. 2nd and 4. It might be a little short. Peyton Manning was the best quarterback in 2004. Look at this. I just looked it up. The best quarterbacks in 2004. Number 1, Dante Culpepper. 2, Trent Green. 3, Peyton Manning. 4, Jake Plummer. He threw for over 4,000 yards. You're high off your ass saying Plummer was cheeks. He had a better season than Brett Favre, Donovan McNabb, Tom Brady. And then the previous season, well, to be honest, that was the first season I actually remembered Jake Plummer or remembered Broncos football. That was just when I started getting to the age of like registering memories. So like my first Broncos like memories was Brian Greasy, but I can't remember any of those games. My first season I remember was Jake Plummer just going off. We should have stuck with Jake Plummer, I think. Jake Ferguson, first down. Yeah, Brian Dawkins coming to Denver was sick. Plummer sucks. Okay. I respectfully disagree. Dak Prescott got sacked. How is that? Is that not roughing the passer there? Ginger said you should have stuck with Tebow too. That's gonna be a hard pass for me. I would rather go to 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. I do think Tebow should have got another shot. That was by far though like the second funnest season probably. The 2010 Broncos season was just one of the most fun seasons probably I'll ever have as a Broncos fan. Tebow time was something that will never be able to be explained. Like, you just had to be there. If you weren't there, you wouldn't understand. 3 minutes left, down 10, Tebow time. Oh my God, another false start on Dallas. What's crazy is that Manning was actually in his prime. Manning was like, he didn't hit his prime, it seemed, until 2013. And then he just declined really fast. That 2013 season, those records still hold. Here we go. 1st and 20. Dak looking. And Ferguson with the catch. TJ Watt. He was catching his breath. Pouring water all over his face. It's crazy how much of a factor TJ Watt is. I mean, they're literally like, they should take a shot because TJ Watt, you might have a little more time. It's crazy. It's crazy how big of a game record TJ Watt is. Knock on wood, too. This is like the longest TJ Watt has stayed healthy. For those of you, too, that don't know, so I actually I keep up with Jake Plummer to this day, and you guys need to see some documentaries on him. He has he lives out in the country and he grows psychedelic mushrooms. He's like walks around barefoot. He's super hippie, and he's pushing pharmaceutical companies to legalize mushrooms, and he just trips balls and just go to YouTube and type Jake Plummer mushrooms. Wow, look at this. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, looked like a catch. Oh no. Steelers lost to defender Irving. Dowdle with a 3-yard run. And Jinjai. All right, he's all right. He's such a likable guy. Prescott? Wow. There's a flag down. Dak's running off, saying he needs a new helmet. Dak had an issue with his helmet. He had to run off the field, take his helmet off. Oh. He had some bad years in Arizona. I don't even remember him in Arizona. I have like no recollection of that. Ooh, Dowdle looked like he got twisted up. Is he good? I feel like I would get hurt on every single play. They're saying on the block kick, it looked like Aubrey was going to miss that kick anyway to the left. Second and 7, hand it off again. And I mean, at least they're able to pick up some yards here. They struggled running the football. 3rd and 1. Dude, Hayward's looking old. He's got the gray beard going. Oh, they're going to pretend to snap it one more time to try to draw him off sides. Fourth quarter. The Arizona Cardinals QB history is actually quite fascinating. Yeah, Kurt Warner is probably I feel like he's the best quarterback they've ever had. I would be like Burt Reynolds in The Longest Yard. One play and done. Can of corn. Can't Diet Coke in the can of corn. They say Diet Coke. Diet Coke, can of corn. Burt Reynolds. Burt Bell, world famous NFL owner and player. Burt Bell is the owner. He was the second commissioner of the NFL. Wow. Burt Bell was the second commissioner of the NFL. He was born 1895. Died in 1959. Wow. Philadelphia guy. Born in Philly. Died October 11th, 1959 at the age of 64. He went to Havford, not Harvard, Havford, Pennsylvania. He was a coach at Penn, at Temple from 1930 to 1932. He was the head coach for the Eagles for 4 years, and then he was the Steelers head coach for 1 year in 1941. Then he was the Eagles owner. Wait, so he was the Eagles owner from 1933 to 1935. And then he was the head coach. Dude, things were different back then. His career coaching record was 10 wins, 46 losses. He served in the Army. He was a first sergeant. He was in World War I. Second commissioner of the NFL. I want to see a documentary on this guy, Burt Bell. Wow. Went on to become an assistant football coach with the Quakers in 1920 during the Great Depression. With the Eagles, Bell led the way in cooperating with the other NFL owners to establish the NFL draft in order to afford the weakest teams the first opportunity to sign the best players. Wow. 3rd and 1, and they're going to run it for a first down. Yeah, I would love to see more on Burt Bell. Kansas State mental institution has the softest matches. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. When he's trying to get him to focus for the treehouse. Oh, Dowdle took a shot from Wilson. I was like, man, I can't believe Wilson was available in the 2nd round. Best linebacker in the country. Steelers stole him. And look at that. He's going to be good for a long time. He was my steal of the draft for day 2. Peyton Wilson. Oh, he was the 3rd round. He was the steal of the 3rd round. I can't believe he fell that much. Touchdown. Dowdle. Cowboys take the lead. Wow. I was just telling Rick, too, how Dowdle has really stepped up these last couple of games, and he was like, really? Peyton Wilson. Russell Manning. Ooh, an extra point. Sneaks through. Holy guacamole. Man. What a great answer from the Cowboys. And on that note, it is 11. I got to get up in 5 hours for work. This normally would be over. We'll see. I'll do one more drive. We'll see if the Steelers have an answer. Now, the Cowboys were 2.5-point dogs. So if the Steelers were to win by a field goal, the Cowboys would not cover. And by the way the score is going right now, it does feel like whoever wins the game would be winning by 3, doesn't it? Cowboys take a 3-point lead. Bill said, get going. I'll watch Tom for the rest of the night. He's got his dad on the stream tonight. All right. Yeah, this will... I want to see. Don't want to risk your job. No, never. All right, guys. You guys are kicking me out of here. Well, I will be here tomorrow for Monday Night Football with Rick. And then Tuesday, of course, we're going to be breaking down all of the games. Thank you guys, all you guys that hung in here for the game. I'm up in 5.5 hours too. Fuck it, we ball. Ginger. But yeah, I'm gonna do this last drive for the Steelers. Of course, the ticker goes down the drain without. I didn't even know he had a ticker going. What does it say? He doesn't have a ticker. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Give me a chance. Here we go. There we go. And Bill, a $2 super, telling me to go to bed. All right, I'll just see this return. Out to the 35. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. And please like the stream on your way out. Jenja, Bill, Crafty, Lil E, E-Dub, all you guys. Of course, embrace the struggle. You guys are the best. I will see you guys tomorrow for more football.